2026 Evergreen State Kit is here, celebrating soccer throughout Washington State. Featuring a bright green base with dark and light blue accents on the shoulders and sleeve cuffs, the kit will be paired with light blue shorts and socks. Inspired by the club's Forever Green and For Evergreen motto, the Evergreen State Kit embodies the spirit, texture, and landscapes of the Pacific Northwest. Continuing the club's long and proud tradition of Northwest inspiration, the Evergreen State Kit includes 52 sparks for the 52 mini pitches built in communities across Washington by the Ray Foundation. The lower corner is emblazoned with the Evergreen State in reference to Washington's historical nickname. Order yours today at lobbingscorchers.com/kit. That's lobbingscorchers.com/KIT. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Flagstick Pub in Spokane, Washington. The Seattle Sounders are through to the Concacaf Champions Cup quarterfinals after topping the Vancouver Whitecaps 5-1. 5-1
How many goals?
On aggregate.
Count them up, Ari.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5 on
5.
Tommy Mule's head. Tommy Mule, who are you?
5-1 on aggregate.
Who are you?
Through to the CCC quarters after a historic occasion in Spokane. We got Benji Wade from the Spokane Soccer Show back with us to rip this post-game live. We're going to be giving our takes on the match.
Taking calls.
The whole 9 yards at Spokane Flagstick Pub in Spokane. That's the word. Where do you guys want to start? Noah?
Well, I think we first have to check in with Benji.
Yeah.
First Sounders game. Give us your review. Give us your feeling. Are you converted?
I'm baptized.
That's what we were going for.
There we go.
Dude.
What a night for you, because a Sounders victory, and then tell the people what happened with Spokane Velocity as well this evening.
Yeah, what happened?
Such a great question. In the midst of this whole thing happening, I think it was 0-0. I've lost my voice a little bit.
Yeah.
As a result of my support for both teams. It was 0-0. Or no, sorry, it was 1-0. Velocity scored early, and everybody was just kind of monitoring. They had a monitor set up in a tent so that everybody can kind of check in on it while we were watching the game. And for the most part, that was working great. But then I'll just get it out. All the takes about what happened. Classic U.S. Open Cup. You have no idea what the F is going on with the ref.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Classic, yeah.
A foul occurs outside the box very clearly. The coverage, they were like, I think I could kind of tell. It's like, are we going to run this back and show people how clearly outside the box it was?
No,
it was outside the box.
Don't run it back in that
Dude,
situation. Don't run it back. You know?
So Fusion, they get a PK.
Yeah.
They level. So going into minute 85, it's 1-1,
okay,
and I'm getting those vibes.
Sweating.
But then we get a PK, and Joe Gallardo, who just came to Velocity FC from Union Omaha, where he was like Player of the Year 2 years ago, is a stud.
Yeah.
He converts.
Sounders just got a young guy from there too.
Mark Bronick.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's good.
I know
we've
that.
been hearing about
We're
him.
big Bronick.
We've been hearing
You're
about
gonna have to
him.
tell us more about
Dude, he's
Bronick.
so good.
I didn't make that connection.
But continue.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to derail.
Joe Gallardo puts us up 2-1.
Yeah.
From the PK, from the spot, and we see it out and we win. And then I get to turn around and enjoy the hell out of what was happening in our stadium. I got a video of the goal. We don't know if I'm going to get flagged by Concacaf.
They might kill you.
They might kill me.
They might end your life.
But it'll be worth it.
It's
because
worth it.
The Seattle Sounders, they beat the Vancouver Whitecaps 2-1 in leg 2 at ONE Spokane Stadium. But I think it's a good place to start as we let's talk about this game, because it ends up 5-1 on aggregate, and it was 2-1 at the end of this, but it did not feel that comfortable
for it did not.
most of this game at all. And let's start with that, because after Vancouver went up 1-0 on a freaking golazo by that kid, I wasn't feeling terrified.
Too.
But yeah, actually you did. It was actually your fault. You saw the whole sequence
First of all,
the giveaway.
I walk in, sit down, I look at the roster, I say, I like that Baudouin kid. I like that Baudouin kid.
I forgot you called it as far back as that
guy.
Yeah.
And then, I'm sitting there. Me and Nico are talking, whatever. We were also basically in the owner's box, so we're also like covering our mouths, trying not to get in trouble, whatever. Just kidding. But we were up there in the press box, and I immediately see the giveaway happen, and I'm like, they're scoring this. Like I literally said that out loud. This is a goal. pings it outside. Tommy Mule sees it, opens it up, just beautiful pass. Baudouin rips one.
Curled it.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And at that point, it's 3-1, which is still a decently commanding lead. What I was telling myself is like when it got to the second half and it was still 3-1 on aggregate, and I was like, all right,
It's
like
okay, yeah, okay.
well, it's not as comfortable as you would like it to be after being up 3-0 after the first leg.
Yeah.
But if going into the series, you told me it would be 3-1 aggregate to Seattle in the 50 whatever minute of the second leg.
Yeah.
I mean, I take that all day. So that's how I was trying to like comfort myself. But the reality was they're in a situation where if Vancouver gets one more, that's all they need. And then it's like series on, like it is on. And that was nerve wracking. And it was even more nerve wracking because the goddamn Vancouver Whitecaps were putting Seattle under it for most of this game, honestly, until really the subs, and we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
But it really, to me, what that reinforced was this Vancouver Whitecaps team. They might be the best team in MLS right now.
Dude, they are
I don't know if people realize this. They're literally off to the best start statistically in MLS history. They have a plus 13 goal differential in league play through 4 games. No MLS team has ever done that. That's how good that team is. And I think we all saw it in this game, how good that team really is. That is much more representative of their quality than what we saw at BC Place.
100%.
What I was thinking to myself was, damn, this team is really good. How did they 3-0 them in Vancouver?
Yeah.
And really,
but honestly, Ari, I got to be honest with you. How many opportunities did Osaze de Rosario kind of bottle?
Oh boy.
I think that game could have gotten out of hand. It could have been way more goals scored. Same thing, Albert Rusnak a couple of times. The Rusnak haters were definitely eating in this game. But
Rusnak had a wide open shot literally right after kickoff.
But that's what I'm saying. I think like when you look at this game, yes, you are so right. But I don't think I was sitting there saying, I don't know how we 3-0'd them. I think this game could have easily been a 3-0, 3-1, 4-1 situation. It just, the shots didn't hit. That happens. That happens sometimes. That's soccer.
The shots weren't hitting. It was 1-0 Caps into the second half. And, for me, it's like when I'm in that situation where it's just like a clock watching game, I try and do a thing where I just don't look at the clock.
Yeah.
So I was kind of just like focusing on what was going on in the field, not looking at the clock at all. And I was like, all right, it was the 30th minute. I haven't looked at the clock for like 10 minutes. It's probably at least in the 40s by now. I look up 32nd minute.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
I hate that. But like, that's kind of, these games are intense like that, and this honestly had that feeling longer than I expected it to. But let's get to some shout outs for the best performances of the night. And
hold up, we got a super chat for the best performance of the night. So you say it, slow roll it, and then I'm gonna hit the super chat.
This is where I'm gonna start. There's a lot of places I could start. Pete,
King Pete,
$9.99 from Steven EBFG. Signed Peter Kingston now 2 games in a row. Defiance to the first team.
Yeah.
Pete Kings.
Here's what I'll say about Pete.
Pete Kings.
He genuinely changed the game when he came on the field. And after I saw how he played, he has the assist on the Moose goal, and then he creates the sequence that leads to the Rothrock goal. I don't know if I think Moose might have touched that, so I don't know if he has got 2 assists on the game, but he had one primary assist.
That counts.
Primary assist for Pete.
What's your take on secondary assists?
I don't know.
Do you believe in secondary assists?
What are we doing? A little bit.
Little
Okay,
bit?
all right.
Hey,
Okay,
we
that's
had to
fair.
shout out a local youth academy contract player,
Yeah.
Rocky Wells,
Okay.
local kid
Shout out.
who plays for Velocity FC, and he got his first start in an Open Cup game. He had a
Secondary
assist.
They
Well,
count. They count.
Hey,
They count.
They count.
Pete's was primary, but like what I'll say about Pete is that I think it started out as kind of not a bit, but it was more like, oh, this is a fun little story. Pete, we saw him on Ballard FC, and he's actually in the mix for the
He's a
first team.
blogger,
That's kind of cute. That's
yeah.
kind of cool. He grinds content like us.
Yeah.
Pete. Now I'm like, Pete is just good.
no. The
He's
fact
good.
that
He's
I'm
good.
here and that name came up
Yeah.
in a game where Sounders are playing at our stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know the 6 facts that I could draw about Sounders FC. One of them was
famously not a Pete Kings fan.
Peter Kingston
Previously.
was one of them. Yu Tukanome. Osaze we'll get to, maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't love what I saw there.
$4.99 from one of our fans here. Kingston 2 assists. hashtag up the bridges.
He got two. So I don't.
Somebody knows
honestly,
I'm here.
It might have been a
Yeah.
primary because I couldn't really see. Moose was going for the Pete pass, and it went over him. And then Paul Rothrock, of course, obviously crashing the far post, and he made it. He had to make it happen though. He took a couple touches in the box, and then close range finish. So that was cool. But like when I saw Pete was subbing in, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, it's like that.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
you're putting Pete in like legitimately big spot here.
Dude.
What's he
Yeah.
gonna do? Like this is your opportunity. What are you gonna do with it? I mean, that's what he did with it. That was he assisted on both the goals, including the goal that really like after Moose scored that, I was like, all right, we can exhale a little bit. Finally, God.
Yeah.
I was like kind of that Rusnak chance early was flashing through my mind, like, oh my God, if some crazy shit happens right now and they score, because they looked the more likely to score. Seattle was kind of doing the thing where they couldn't keep the ball for a lot of this game, and
Which they've been doing a lot this season.
yeah, like especially this road trip that they're on right now. I think we can all accept that there's going to be sequences of games that are like that.
Yeah.
And I fully expected there to be sequences of this game that would be like that, but it was definitely more so than I would have liked.
Sure.
But fair play to the team. Like they have gotten really good at absorbing pressure like that and not conceding. They conceded the first goal tonight, but I mean, holding this Whitecaps team to one goal over 180 minutes, you were probably never
impressive.
shutting them out in this series. And that's another thing I was telling myself to cope after they scored was like, all right, that's one goal for them. Congratulations. But that's a actively good total to have given up at this point in the series against a team that's that good.
And on a goal too, that like, what are you gonna do?
What are you going to do about
Can
that?
I ask you guys some questions?
Yeah.
Number 22 for Vancouver. Who is that?
AZ Jackson.
Yeah, AZ Jackson.
That kid looked
With the hair.
threatening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's pretty good.
We
And
like
I was
AZ.
like, who's the right back for Seattle? Because I was like, that kid has a job to do.
Kalani
Yeah.
Kosarian.
Yeah.
And he did a good job.
No, he
stood
did.
up. He was strong. He got stuck in when he needed to, but I was worried about 22 from the jump.
Yeah. And
he's good.
and
the yellow
Kalani,
for diving was fire.
that I
in the
wanted to
box.
say
Dude.
shout out to the ref
Yes.
for that
for
because
calling that.
Yeah.
CONCACAF refs give that PK all day, all the time.
Absolutely.
And the
Oshan
fact
Nation,
that
that's
the fact that
his
he
name.
didn't give it and then
Yeah.
also actually gave the yellow to simulation, because that's another thing.
And it
A
was
lot-
so clearly a dive.
yeah, if you don't give the PK on that, you have to yellow him.
Yeah.
A lot of refs don't do that.
Yeah,
so
dude.
Yeah.
shout out
Yes.
to the ref for that. But yeah, AZ
100%.
Jackson was
That was the
looking
biggest
good.
cheer for hours in the
Yeah.
first half
Yeah.
was the yellow for the dive.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but KKR on AZ Jackson is a good shout because he is known as an attacking right back. That's
Yeah.
he actually is not a right back by trade, but they've been putting him there because they realized he's pretty damn good at
Hey,
it.
man.
But like his whole
He was poised.
his whole thing is that he offers a lot going forward.
Okay.
And I think he's actually actively good at defense at this point. Like I think this matchup against AZ, I think showed that because that kid is good. He was doing his thing on the left flank and KKR was up for it. And yeah, again, I feel like we've been saying it a lot lately, but shout out to the defense. Like they were under it from, I think that is probably the best team in MLS. If you look at how they've played this season and the numbers that they've put up, what they did to Minnesota United in their league game right before this, 6-0ing him.
Jesus.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, that is going to be, if not the toughest, in the top two toughest teams that Seattle will have to play in this whole tournament. These Liga MX teams aren't looking as good as the Whitecaps right now. So that was a tough matchup, and they 5-1'd them.
They 5-1
them.
They didn't even.
So-
it wasn't
Yeah.
even
I mean, you can't really argue with that. Noah, who do you want to shout out?
I mean, man, okay, I'm going to go to the super chat really quick. If I can here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to post. I'm posting. This is classic Noah post game content here. $2 right here. Noah calling the 2 goals plus Kingston sub. Guys,
Hey.
I honestly don't remember saying that, but if the chat's saying that, hell yeah.
you
shout out Pete
called the
Kings, dude.
Kingston sub.
Pete Kings, Paul Rothrock. Let's talk. Let's
All right,
talk.
yeah,
about him.
yeah, let's just do that.
Listen. Let's just talk. Let's just talk about him. Paul Rothrock wins the Concacaf Man of the Match for this match, and frankly, is he not just an absolute engine? You put him on in any game, he turns, he runs, he sprints, he demolishes. I don't know what much more to say about him. He's a beast, and shout out to his family. They were at the game, and they tried to give us his man of the match trophy,
like,
and I was like, dude, I can't. He's like, can you give this a pause? Like, I can't take this because I'm gonna take.
I'm
this
not
home
taking
with
the
me.
Michelob Ultra.
The Michelob Ultra Superior
I'm not
Player of
taking
the
that.
Match
Yeah.
trophy.
No, it kind of felt like when Rothrock got into the game, he was kind of like, I don't really like how this has been going so far, and it's not going to be going like that.
No, that's
anymore.
exactly how
It's
it
not.
felt. Was he took over the game. He did. He asserted himself in a way that you kind of expect from a Paul Rothrock performance at this point. But shout out Paul. And then the secondary thought, Jesus Ferreira, the vision, the passing, everything that he does when he touches the ball is just extraordinary. He was getting stuck in as well. He was getting recoveries. He was just nasty.
He had that one play where Vancouver had it at the top of the box and it like popped up to him somehow, and he had it and like 3 white caps just surround him, and he just kind of weaves his way out of there and then is just dribbling. And it was such an important like just lessening of the pressure for him to get out of that, because if he gets the ball taken off him right there, those guys are going to be going gangbusters, you know. So that there was a lot of that tonight where he was doing a good job of. There was times where this game just needed to slow down, and chill out. And in the first half, I don't think they did an incredible job of that. But I'm not even going to get on them for that. Like that's what you have to be able to do in this tournament against teams like this. Is when they have control of the game, when they're on top of you, you have to be able to handle that and absorb that. You're not going to be on top of the Vancouver Whitecaps for 180 minutes of a CCC series.
We talked about it before the game. Did you think they were going to try to kill this game off by soaking up pressure? And it did look like that. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
The entire first half.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a low block, it was something approximating that.
And whenever they had a chance to just clear it into the next dimension, they would take it. They were not like interested in
that
keeping the ball.
Or when Osaze de Rosario was called upon to come back.
Let's start the discourse. All
right.
Let's dive in.
Okay. Sorry.
No. I mean, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I just thought he looked a little rattled and ineffective in that role. And there was a moment where Nuhu was on the left and he expected to get some help and didn't get it. And it was extremely frustrating.
He was doing
and it was like instance number 10 where I feel like De Rosario was just kind of not together. And it's like, you're the biggest dude probably on the pitch.
They were bullying the shit out of him, and he is usually bully ball is his strength.
Exactly.
And I actually thought that I know why people think that he didn't have a great performance. He definitely did not have a great performance. No. But when you're getting mugged that's basically your role, is to get mugged the entire game.
Yeah, you totally.
And he was taking the punishment.
You're going to get abused.
He was taking the punishment. And because I was thinking, Moose gets the goal after he came on. I'm like, should they have just started Moose in this game?
Yeah.
But like, I think bully ball in a situation like this is pretty important. And Osaze is the one who does that for this team in that role. And he had this was probably his biggest like welcome to a top flight league moment. Like, this is how it goes down, and you have to be ready for it.
Yeah.
And he was under it. Like, there's no question about it. So
you do have to
hopefully this will be like I think it will be a growth moment where
totally.
it was bad. He will be better for having gone through that against a team like this.
Totally.
It was bad. He was not good. But I also think that
he
there
had
were
the
moments
giveaway that led to their goal.
Like I don't think he had a good performance. I don't think he would tell you that he had a good performance. I don't think he would even want us to sit here and defend it. Yeah. I think he sees himself, and I see him as a really talented player who has good vision and good body positioning, and is like a very line pushing defender. And he did a lot of that well, but he also could not finish. He made a lot of bad finishing decisions. He also was just not really there when it came to that final product.
There was times where he had a chance to spring counters, which he's usually good at.
He's
and
good
he
at
missed
that.
it.
He was not doing
it.
It was a bad Moose game for whatever, or it was a bad day road game. It was not a bad Moose game.
I'm going to get to that.
But I think you can sit here and say, yeah, they did win despite De Rosario. But whatever, man. Like, he did his job. You're not always going to get production out of your 9. That's how it goes, especially with the Seattle Sounders team. I do think, though, if he was on, honestly, this would have gotten out of hand. And that might be the case. Like, if Moose had been starting, this game might have gotten out of hand very quickly.
So let's get to that, because I knew you weren't going to have the courage to make it one of your shout outs.
No, I mean, shout out to Moose. You haven't even shouted out Snyder Brunel yet, and Snyder literally looked better than Obed Vargas ever did. And I think we need to talk about that before we talk about Danny Musovski scoring a header.
Let's do Snyder next, because he was the best goddamn player on the field. Like
oh my
God, he's good. So like that one run he had where he just like went through their entire defense and then drew the foul after. It looked like the guy had bodied him off the ball. And then he's like, no, you're not going to do that to me. I'm going to do that to you. And he did that and won the ball back, and the guy fouled him, and it was a dangerous free kick. I was like, this kid is on some different stuff right now. And when I watch him play, I know we've said this a few times, but honestly, it's kind of eerie how much he reminds me of Obed. Like when he makes those, when he gets out of pressure and makes those proactive runs, and then the foul drawing. Yeah. From the school of Nicolas Ladero, who taught that to Obed. Obed taught that to Snyder. It's getting passed down. They're educating the youth. And Snyder they were bullying the shit out of him too. He got fouled 4 or 5 times, pretty hard a couple times. And I think he drew a yellow card. But man, like when you need
he drew that CB yellow in like the 5th minute.
Yeah. Like when you're under a lot of pressure against a desperate opponent.
He killed Cubas.
He was giving Cubas hell. Like
one of the best players in his position
in the league.
In the league.
And that was something that he did. Cubas didn't play in Leg 1.
Nope.
And I was like, okay, he is playing in this one.
And he got injured.
But he subbed off early. But the fact that he was on the field in this game, I was like, that's going to give a big boost to them. And it's also like one of those situations where you're like, as much as I like Snyder, when you're going up against an elite player like that, what do you expect? Yeah. Like, is he going to be up for it? He looked better than Cubas when they were going at it.
Easily.
I don't have a problem saying that. So, I mean, if anything, the Snyder B stock is through the roof after that game. I loved how he played. I thought that was, given the circumstances and the pressure that he and the team were under, that was probably his best game, I think.
You have anything to say about Snyder?
I don't.
Kid with the really bright ass cleats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like wiggling around. He took on like the 5 guys on the right side on the corner. He dribbled up and then did the 360, and then he was like,
that's a good breakdown. That's a good breakdown.
It was. I felt like I was there. I think that the thing I wanted to say about Osaze and that role is thankless, and it sucks.
Yeah, that's
true.
That's
that your team's going to be soaking up pressure. They're going to be playing a little bit cynical, and you're probably going to get some balls played to you at your feet. You're going to be back to goal. There's going to be
center halves
that are just putting their body into you every time you touch anything. Yeah. And if
he's always being fouled.
And if you miss even half a beat, they're going to step in front of you. They're going to take the ball. It's very thankless.
Yeah.
So the fact that his sub came on and did what he did, I do want to point out that I did see the last 10 minutes he was on the pitch. It started to look sharp.
Yeah.
It started to show what the reason he's on this team. So I didn't want to like completely shit on this player.
Thankless is a good way to describe it. That's how
because
I feel
that role
about it.
sucks.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do it.
That can't be like playing soccer is fun. That can't be fun.
No.
Your whole job is to get your ass beat.
Get your ass
That's
beat.
right.
For 90 minutes.
And there's a term
and you're
used
also 7 feet tall.
Thank you. There's a term in basketball that I think is fucking funny, which is that player's big for nothing.
Yeah.
There were moments in this game where he was big for nothing.
Yes, for sure.
But in the last, I would say 15 minutes he was on the pitch, you could see glimpses and he was doing a more effective job. I just didn't want it to go. I didn't want to make it seem like he was completely without quality tonight. There were moments.
Yeah.
But for the first 30 minutes, it wasn't great.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, too, like I think.
Hey, Thomas Müller had a shit show out there.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah,
Where's-
he
where's
was.
dude-
You
where's
want to talk
Tommy Mules
about?
at?
You want to talk about finishing woes? I
Oh
mean,
my
this
God.
guy was putting it in the
I kept going.
next galaxy.
He is almost 37.
Yeah.
These guys try to say he was 37, and he's
I
not,
thought he was.
I thought he was
and
37.
he's,
I'm not
he's
gonna
not
lie.
left-footed. So just throwing that out.
I
there.
was.
There were 2 attempts with his left foot where I was like, "What is he doing?"
Yeah, I don't know.
We were talking to Jo about it though. It's pretty impressive for an almost 37-year-old man to be popping up in all those different parts of the field. Like I would be looking and
Dude.
it's like all of a sudden he's out on the left. I'm like, you're
Thank
not,
you.
That's
I
what?
thought the same thing.
Yeah, what is
that
he
guy is
doing?
completely positionless.
He's positionless.
Yeah, he
like,
floats.
They just go,
he
"Hey,
floats.
you're Thomas
Like,
Müller. You do whatever the
you
fuck
just
you
do
want."
whatever you want. Yeah,
totally.
exactly.
Yeah.
So he was doing his thing out there. He missed all his shots. So that was
Yeah, can we get a fuck Tommy Mule in the chat? That
Dude,
dude's
I got-
shit.
He really
He's
did not.
ass.
He did not have a good game.
No, he literally had. He was invisible in the first game,
Yeah.
invisible in the next game. I'm starting to question this whole idea of signing
Okay.
superstars when they're 30.
All right, settle down.
5,
Can I ask a question?
8.
So there's this kind of Mesut Ozil, even in his prime, played like this. Messi, certainly for the last 8 years, has played this way.
Beat him.
This kind of languid. I'm gonna pick my spots. I'm gonna jog. I'm gonna stand. I might not even move. Might even lay down and take a nap. And then when there's a moment, I will burst. I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
That style. Again, I don't watch a lot of MLS games. It didn't really seem helpful to the Vancouver Whitecaps tonight.
no.
That style of play, that languid, I'm kind of picking my spots. I'm positionless. I'm Thomas Müller. I do what I want. It didn't really work. I don't think he was really helpful to that team tonight. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no,
I think work rate and pace and something more dynamic might have served them better.
It's a fair point. And you know, we've talked a lot about how much he's kind of elevated their team and their organization in a lot of ways that have nothing to do with what happens on the
pitch,
field.
yeah.
But I think there was a reality check of like, now this is a 2-legged CONCACAF series against a team that's won this tournament before. Like, are you gonna be up for it, Tommy Mule? Are you gonna be up for
Gonna do it,
CONCACAF?
dude?
I mean, I don't know if he was. I don't know.
I saw
if he
him
was.
running into spaces at points where he was calling for the ball. He was looking for something from his teammates, and they were just kind of like ignoring him.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, I mean, I think they were trying to find him, but he was pretty locked down there in the central
Yeah.
just all the channels. I mean, his vision and the thing is with
Yeah,
him
yeah,
is
yeah.
like he is still really talented at like kind of being that maestro and directing that play. Like you saw that with that goal that I don't know if he got a secondary or primary assist on that.
He did make that happen,
and that was fully him.
Yeah.
Yelling for it and screaming for it, and that run, that like delayed run was really good on the back post. But
But a player like that's always only going to be as good as the people around him.
sure,
Right,
yeah,
right.
which they have a really
Yeah.
talented roster. It's just, I mean, honestly, I just think the Sounders are better.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely were in this series. You don't 5-1 a team without that being the case. But I'll kind of on this topic, can we just take a moment and bask in the fact that Inter Miami have crashed out of
We need to do this.
CCC.
Can we do our super chats and then do that discourse?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I want to revel in that.
What does
We
but I
gotta
super
also-
revel,
chats
we gotta
mean?
revel.
Tell me what that means.
So
That's
you get our viewers pay us
Hell
money.
yeah.
They say, "Hey, buy
Go.
another beer," and
Let's
then we
go.
listen to them and we say,
Yeah.
"Absolutely."
Okay.
Derek Richards, thank you for being a member for 15 months. CCC Championship number 2 coming? Exclamation mark. I mean, I think so. It sure seems like it. I mean, like it feels like it could be.
I'm not going to say it.
Ari believes in jinxes, so he'll never say it. But Derek Richards with the super sticker for $5. Thank you, my friend. Rhombus, bias smack talk. Vancouver is a mid team that hasn't been challenged until now.
See,
That agenda's heating up.
after leg 1, I was kind of thinking that. And then they 6-0'd Minnesota, which you could say,
Then they
it doesn't
6-0'd
count. It's
Minnesota.
Minnesota, but it's like that.
Right there. Shout out the boss.
Shout out.
Yeah. And then next up, we've got, thank you for always providing the great content. Thank you, Ghost Trick.
Thank you.
Meow. And sign Snyder to a U22 very soon. Craig, please don't make the Obed mistake again.
Yes, just get that done.
Sign him.
Literally right now.
Just give him the contract on the bus ride home.
They should be doing that. Don't even wait to the bus.
He should have done that on the
locker room.
They've got to do it.
Literally, and Kingston, you guys were saying.
Yeah, maybe not to a U22 for Pete, but like sign him to a total.
This
contract.
is where the mechanics of
I was gonna say I'm not gonna explain
U22. Please don't.
Just think
I don't have a law degree, so please don't try to explain MLS signing rules.
You need.
Sorry.
We got the
Gam and ham and jam and
Right, it's in that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We got the MLS chip implanted in our head, so we just know.
I'm
but
sorry.
Like, no, it's
got you. All right, cool.
No up pour on your beers. I don't know what that means, but Chicken Boy, thank you for the $2. I'll drink a beer for you.
I'll up pour it.
Cheers, boys. Cheers, boys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cheers.
Let's go. What a fucking atmosphere tonight.
Yes, and shout out Flagstick Pub for hosting us.
Shout out Flagstick Pub. Shout out ONE Spokane Stadium. You were right. It was rocking.
What
did you guys think?
It was fun.
Yeah,
it was great.
Beautiful. That pitch is tight though.
Is it?
It
feels.
It felt tight.
It was pretty narrow, but
which I don't mind.
And also, it was the ball. I felt like the ball was taking some crazy bounces. Like it was definitely bouncing around like guys did not expect at times.
Yeah, the turf,
which is all, but like
very specific.
We're used to seeing that at Starfire.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not out of
it. Kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Brittany with the $1, just the $1, no comment, just the $1.
Thank you, Brittany.
Shout out for the $1, holler for $1. And I hollered. So Inter Miami,
can we revel? Yeah.
Inter Miami are. Dude, they're gonna be okay. I'm sorry, they're never gonna win Champions Cup. And Messi's reign here, won MLS Cup and a couple of Mickey Mouse supporter shields. He's an absolute fraud. It's one of the worst signings in MLS history. He's like, can you really call him the GOAT?
Oh,
can you really call him the GOAT?
Thank you.
Can you really call him the GOAT?
Well, you definitely can, but I'm so glad you're saying this.
Yeah, you can.
MLS,
you should, and you will.
MLS opened their pocketbook. They literally are like, here's half of all the Apple TV money. Here, you can take all of your jersey money. We'll actually buy you a house in Miami. We'll actually give you half the team. What is he going to do? Win a Mickey Mouse Cup?
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Cup against the Vancouver Whitecaps? Sure. Okay, buddy. We can do that. And a fucking Mickey Mouse shield. It's just, dude, they're terrible.
It is.
They're trash.
Everyone in the league's paying for this too, by the way. Every team is paying for that participation.
We are reveling because this is funny as hell that they are already out.
Reed Baker Whiting fucking owns Messi.
Reed
Baker Whiting.
RBW is going further in Champions Cup this year than Messi.
He beats Messi in the only final that he plays in and gets him. And then Reed Baker Whiting gets subbed in this game and bounces him.
I mean,
I'm just saying, dude.
I wrote a CONCACAF Champions Cup preview before this tournament started for Sounder at Heart. Shout out. And I was kind of going through like ranking every team's chances and who had the best chance, who can actually win and who's going to have a short stay. And my conclusion on Inter Miami was, if they don't win this tournament this year, it is actively embarrassing for their whole club and the entire city of Miami. There's no way you can tell me that they signed Bertarame, they signed Mikael, they signed this guy, they signed that guy.
No one, every Argentinian prospect to ever play.
No one cares about the roster rules when it comes to that team. They can
glad that you're on board with me now for that.
They can do whatever they want, and that's fine. And then you
get bammed on by Reed Baker Whiting.
You bomb in the round of 16.
And also to Christian Espinoza, MLS lifer Christian Espinoza owns Lionel Messi.
Yeah, no, that's a tough scene for them. But just I want to bring it back to like the fact that the Seattle Sounders advanced in Champions Cup 5-1 on aggregate over one of at least the two or best three teams in MLS right now.
Yeah.
And they do it in Spokane, historic fashion. The vibes at the stadium were incredible. Like we got to do all that, and they're fighting for their lives against Nashville SC and then crashing out of the whole tournament. That's crazy. Yeah. Like, what do you even?
Messi's going to be 39 soon.
Yeah.
He's gonna play till he's 40, dude. That guy's gonna play till
forever.
But
see, okay, this is the other thing I was gonna say is like, first of all, for them, like when things don't go their way, they crash out. So that's also gonna happen.
Did you get to meet Security Gene who got spit on?
Yeah, he was the guy that Suarez spit on after the Leagues Cup final was there. Yeah.
Was there tonight?
Yeah, well, he's their staff security guard.
hell yeah.
Yeah, he's cool as hell.
He's cool as hell, and Suarez spit on it, and that's why like I don't feel bad trashing on it.
No, we
Miami.
fucking
like
hate.
yeah.
We
No.
fucking hate them.
And you know
We all
their
do.
fans over the off season. I was saying,
I said it earlier. The only people who like Inter Miami.
You guys didn't even make it out of the goddamn round of 16. You lost
Tragic.
to Nashville SC.
Not
Let's
even
be
they don't
serious.
even have a team. How do you lose to a team that doesn't exist?
Let's be actually serious about what's going on. But also, the other thing I was thinking was like, you know, how we were talking about how when the Sounders make runs in these tournaments, there's these like stars aligning moments where the biggest threats like crash out, and then you look at it and you're like, wait a minute, they're not a factor anymore. They're not a factor anymore. If it's a matchup with this team, you can beat this team, and then if you beat this team, then you have that team.
Yeah.
Like you could actually win this thing. Like when Inter Miami crashed out tonight, I felt like that sensation.
When do we find out? Tigres or Cincinnati?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention. I've been
There we go.
baptized.
You're locked in.
I'm
man.
in.
You're locked in.
Let's go.
You love to see it. New conference, and then hopefully there was a lot of people in a similar situation at the stadium tonight.
Well, all right.
because-
I have thoughts on that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, give us your thoughts on that.
What I really loved is shout out Emerald City supporters group.
Shout out.
Shout out.
They
Brought it.
they showed our local scene, which we have a wonderful supporters group, but in terms of the density of the undertaking, as far as all the details, the embellishments, the fact that when player announcements are made, issuing a first name and having the supporters groups and people that are there shouting out their last names, things like that, you know, it makes a difference. But I also want to say something to local Spokane people. I saw you. No one's going to watch this. I saw some people there that I'm like, I haven't seen you at a Velocity or a Zephyr game, but I see you tonight for the Sounders game. And that bummed me out. But in general, I thought it was just great vibes. And it was super cool to see that stadium filled with people that are supporting soccer.
Yeah, and they I liked how they brought the smoke out, which you can't do at Lumen Field. That was
Wait,
pretty
did
cool.
they?
Yeah, they after the Moose goal, I want to say there was green smoke flying around.
I didn't catch that.
So that was pretty cool. And honestly, the post game vibes were incredible. We were kind of trying to hightail it out of there to get here to do the show. And when we were walking, we were walking down on the field to get out of the stadium, and we were like, you know what? Let's just like soak this in for a bit, because this is just like it was incredible. It was incredible vibes. Like
Where were you guys?
We were up in the press box, but but then it turned out the press box was outside.
Okay.
So and then it started raining a little bit. We were like, well, we probably shouldn't have our computers and stuff out here.
Yeah.
So we went to the covered area, which was not technically the media area, but they were like, you know what? I mean, this
Do it, yeah. As long as you're,
it's fine.
as long as
They're
you're
like,
chill.
just don't be hooligans, and you can sit here.
Which
So-
like that's a tough ask for us, to be honest.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
they were very firm about that.
If it's not obvious, I was watching this game with my wife and my daughter
how was it
and
from
my
the
friend.
stands?
We were on the east side in the bleachers area in like section 124, 125. So right on near the center circle side of the pitch on the east side. And I was just very distracted. I did not get a chance to lock in on what was happening on the pitch like I would normally do. Like I mentioned before, I sit below the press box typically and just watch from kind of FIFA mode. So I was also distracted by what was happening in California with Velocity FC, but yeah.
Famously, that is the team you cover.
Yeah.
So I mean,
exactly.
that doesn't.
I was distracted.
You have to do this, and you have to do it. Sometimes you got to do the phone and the game, and the phone and the game. You know,
it was very odd. But
I'm a poster during the game. Like I'm laptop. We didn't for the first time. I think in. I don't even know how long, 5 years. I literally didn't have my laptop in front of me for a game, which made, I think, the atmosphere even better. Like Ari didn't have his laptop.
I didn't have my I'm
laptop.
so conditioned to be like working on stuff while the game's going on and being like half attention. And I didn't have my laptop.
Like taking notes and stuff, or
I mean, you know, I work for the MLS editorial staff, so we're like we're covering games. I'm like working while the game's happening type stuff.
I'm posting. I'm doing graphics,
content. We
doing
got
content.
Like
you boys are hustling while
we're
this is
hustling.
happening.
Listen,
But tonight I wasn't hustling.
You're
I was
putting
just
in work.
locked. I was just locked
Real
in.
grinders.
Hell yeah.
And Yeah, it was fun. Like I actually felt like I got to really experience the vibes. And
I
the
respect the shit out of that. I remember when I was watching the Ballard game in Memorial Stadium, which we talked about, the Open Cup game, and I was in the media section.
Yeah.
With just random people from Seattle. I'm Spokane Soccer Show. I'm not media, but I'm kind of pretending I had a media credential.
Yeah, you got to cosplay that. Yeah.
Totally cosplaying.
Oh, Jeremiah's calling
I'm an official reporter.
Jeremiah's calling in
We
from
got
the car.
Jaya.
Here he goes.
Finish your story.
Long throw in the winner by Andre Lewis,
Yeah.
and I start screaming, and this guy looks at me and he's like, "You can't be doing that up here. You're in the media section,
that's
bro."
True.
And he was right, and I felt so stupid.
I think it was the.
I'm like,
I think it was the. If it makes you feel better, I think that it was the Whitecaps video team or something was up where we were sitting, and after they scored their goal, this
Nico
guy
almost crashed out.
Yeah, but like
He was
everyone
jumping
else
up and down and screaming.
Fuck them.
and everyone else was just silent. And it was kind of
It's
weird.
funny because where he was, it was like the literal owner of the Sounders is sitting next to this guy too. So
Yeah.
he's screaming, celebrating. Whitecaps video guy, and the owner of the Sounders is chilling. He gets up and moves seats after that.
Honestly, I've never heard a celly like that.
I mean, he didn't like
box.
move out
Dude,
of
it was minute 24, and that's what made me nervous. I felt like I was watching kind of like all the math that they do of like how much clock you have to kill off to win a game, blah, 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 analytics. I was like, are they going into low block and soaking up pressure because they think if they can just not concede within the first X and then they concede in minute 24?
Exactly.
And I was like, that's a lot of time.
A lot.
Yeah.
That was exactly what went through my mind.
Jeremiah
Let's get
Oshan?
J.O.
J.O.,
Look
you
at
are
the stream.
You are on the
Hold
stage.
on, wait. Okay, talk now.
The lighting on here is so fucking awesome. Sorry.
Dude, I know we're top tier.
Where
here.
are you calling from the car? Is that what's happening?
Oh, in the car. Yeah, definitely in the car.
Another car.
We're on our way back from. We're making the long haul back to Seattle tonight.
Dude, you're insane.
You guys are wild for that. Jo, 5-1 on aggregate through to the quarterfinals. What did you think of the game, and then also just the scene in Spokane for the game? How do you think it came off?
I think the scene in Spokane was awesome. The crowd was great. It felt like like Benji seemed a little worried about the education level, the soccer education level, the soccer IQ of the fans, and I think they met it. This was a good crowd. It felt like a Sounders game. Like the boom boom. There was no boom boom clap, but there was the Seattle Sounders chant got going. It was good. I thought it was a good atmosphere. It felt intimate. Man, that is a steep rake of a stand there on the press box side, but I think it's great. It's a great little facility. I think it was a lot of fun. As far as the play goes, one of the recurring themes from the players was that they know they can't keep playing like this and winning. Like they have to control games more than they have over these last 4 games.
They got to clean it up in possession. They got to clean that up.
They got to clean it up in possession, but they're also showing they can win ugly, and they can win games that they weren't always winning last year, especially.
Yeah. What was going through your mind when the Vancouver scored that first goal? Because for me, it was like, seriously, there was that. I was like, there's still the way I was telling these guys, but the way I was thinking of it was like, okay, 3-1 aggregate. It's not ideal that you gave up the goal that early, but if you told me it was going to be 3-1 on aggregate at this point in the series, I would be happy about that. So were you more on that end of the spectrum, or were you like, oh, this is dicey?
I mean, I think it was more of, I'm glad they had the 3-0 lead going into this thing, and that's why you want it. But the thing that was so nerve-wracking about the goal was that it didn't come from nothing. They were applying pressure. They were controlling the game. And so you could see this spiraling where it wouldn't have been shocking if they had got a second goal. And if they had got a second goal, it would have gotten real squeaky bum time,
Seriously.
I agree.
So, I think that I think a big credit to Brian Schmetzer. The subs worked as perfectly as they possibly could have.
Yeah.
When they brought in Peter Kingston, especially, it was sort of like, okay, this is not what I expected.
Putting Pete in.
Yeah.
What do you make of that though? That he entrusted Pete with that, and then also Pete comes on. Someone was saying he got credit for the second assist. That is a 2-assist game for Pete. Like that. What do you even?
I mean, I think he was balling. I think he deserved player of the match. I was very impressed. The first goal that he set up was a veteran move. You know, he fights off a defender. First of all, he gets a ball that, you know, Paul Rothrock was saying, I'm not really sure that if he doesn't make that play that we're not looking at that ball for a very different reason. Like he was not, you know, he knew it was a risky ball. And Kingston came up with it, made a great play. And, you know, I think you gotta love a guy like that just taking his opportunity and making the most of it.
You know what it reminds me? Oh, yeah,
Noah, you know, he could have fought for player of the game. I mean, I didn't know he had a game like that. I'll tell you right now.
I really didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, Nico was chirping him, dude. He was chirping him.
My guy got game. I got to tell you, my player of the match is Noah.
Oh. Well, dude, I was listen, I don't normally sit next to Nico in the press box. I need to do it more because, dude, we were talking to each other back and forth, and, you know, I mean, I did call that goal. I was talking about the plays. We were talking ball. Listen, this is what Maz gets to hear all game, Nico. Maybe I should sit next to you.
He loves it too. He loves it. Yeah. When Pete got that first assist, my reaction was kind of like, I didn't know you were like that, Pete. I didn't. Like, but I think I come out of this feeling like they gotta sign him. Like, this is a first team player. I don't know. Like,
what was your take on Moose?
I love this so much.
Brian made it sound like they're going to have to figure out a way to sign him.
Yeah.
And I think that's true. They do. You know, Peter Kingston is a player who is I don't want to call him a late bloomer because he was very highly considered when he was in the academy, but he spent 4 years in college where he wasn't really considered a pro prospect. He didn't get drafted. You know, he went to Ballard FC. He played really well for Ballard FC, but, you know, he was available for the Sounders to just pick up on a free, and he played for it wasn't a sure thing he was going to sign with Defiance. I mean, this is a guy who is really kind of riding a second chance right now.
Yeah, and that's something that I think is a lot of fun about the whole story. But what I was going to say is that it kind of reminds me a little bit, and, you know, I don't want to put this on it too early, but like it reminds me of the start of the Rothrock thing, where, you know, he kind of gets in the mix unexpectedly, and you're like, all right, this is kind of cool and kind of fun, but he's probably not a regular first team contributor realistically. And then he kind of plays his way. He just, you know, scratches and claws into the mix. And we've seen what happens with Rothrock. I'm not saying Pete's going to do that, but to do that, you need to do the first step, which is what he's been doing, like with his opportunities so far. So it's a fun subplot. I'm not going to lie. I'm like pretty locked in on the Pete.
It's awesome.
Subplot.
I followed that kid after watching that game with Velocity FC in Ballard in 2024. I talked to him briefly after the game. I knew nothing, guys.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about Velocity FC because they were a brand new team.
Yeah.
They were playing
This is kind of the perfect breakout game for him.
It really
to have
is.
to hear watching.
Dude, it's insane to me. I'm sitting here just going, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
It was the second professional game for Velocity FC, I think, when we played Ballard. And I talked to him briefly after the game. He was a little cagey. You could tell that he was super ambitious, but he also completely stood out in that game. The quality of his contributions in passing, in the attack, just his awareness. And then I followed him on Instagram, and he's just like this young dude. He's got a family. He was at University of Washington.
Yeah.
Goes to Defiance. This is such a cool story.
It really is.
It blows me away that this is happening.
And I love that, you know, we talk about it all the time, but I love that this club gives opportunities to guys like that. Not every club does. Not every coach trusts a guy like Pete to be put into a Concacaf Champions Cup round of 16 game where you're ahead, but it's not over yet. Like, and you're going to put Pete out there, and then he's going to get 2 assists. You got to credit Schmetz for that. It's crazy. Jo, I think Noah wanted your take on Moose, and then we'll let you go and get our other callers in here.
You know, Moose deserves credit for that goal. I mean, he makes the run. but it's funny because even in a game where Osaze de Rosario was not sharp, where he, was a little wasteful with some chances, he was, very hit and miss in possession, wasn't clean in his passing, and yet you can still see why he's playing more than Moose right now, because Moose makes great runs, but he doesn't really, he's not doing a lot else. And you love that he's a poacher like that. You love that he's getting in spots, but at the same time, it's not like, I don't know. I don't think, to me, it's not a mystery why Osaze is playing more minutes right now after, a game like today.
Osaze took one for the team tonight. We were, I thought Benji described it best. He was given a thankless job. The job was go out there and get the shit beat out of you for over an hour. And he did that. And, it wasn't always, it was actually very not pretty a lot. But that to me, that's taking one for the team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong on that at all. And I do think that Jordan Morris is very much in contention to be starting at the number 9 in a couple weeks.
Yes,
100%.
100%.
He will 100% be doing
I'm excited for that. I think that's to me, it's like his skill set's just a more polished version of Osaze. I think that's kind of how I've been describing it. So I think if you once you inject that into this attack with the Pauls doing their thing and Rusnak out there. I wish Rusnak had scored that early one tonight, but I think Jordan coming back should theoretically elevate this offense. But
Jordan Morris, you can't escape it.
Go ahead, bring us home.
No, that's it. I mean, I think, and I'll just one more thing about Paul Rothrock. I am just continuously amazed at how this guy has such a sense of narrative and story. This guy, we're talking about how his dad is from Spokane. He had a bunch of family here. Apparently, some big person in his family just died, and that was sort of like this moment to bring the family together to come out to Spokane and watch. And it's just kind of unreal the way that he just seems to always have a story to be able to tell after like every performance.
He's literally walking, breathing, living
aura.
Sounder, dude.
Yeah,
like
so much aura.
He did his sister. We did get to meet his mom and his sister after the game, and she tried to give us the champion, the
man of the match
fucking thing. He was like, "Can you give us a pause?" Like, dude, I can't. You should keep that. You should keep that. So
wow, look at that.
Yeah, but all right. Well,
one of his older sisters.
We're not sure.
It's not his twin. It wasn't his twin. I don't think. It was his older.
Yeah, he's got some much older sisters apparently. But anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, family, we love the Rothrocks. We know you listen. We love you guys. You're the best.
Oh, by the way, he was aware of our car stream last week.
Really?
Bro, he's tagged. He's a content grinder.
He's a content
too.
grinder. He's a content grinder. You love to see it.
Why does Paul Rothrock know about our car stream? That's
and then he's like, well, it's not my business to have opinions on your guys' takes. And I was like, but why do you know about this?
That's how hard that stream went. Dude, everyone knows about it. Everyone's talking about it.
Weren't you going through drive-through at some
we
point?
did go through a drive-through.
We streamed ourselves going.
I love imagining Rothrock watching you guys order food.
That might have happened. That is an event that might have taken place in reality, which is crazy to think about.
That is incredible. Well, Jeremiah, will you please, if you and Nico stop, will you film a video on your phone vertically and text it to me of you eating that food so that we can
recapture
vertically?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna scare all the people in the chat by showing Nico on the.
There you go. Yeah, they were getting mad.
We mobbing.
Nico looks locked in. Nico's locked in.
Nico's locked, bro. Good luck, boys. Let me know when you get home, okay?
All right. We got driver assist on this thing.
Oh yeah, this thing drives by itself.
It's good. It's good.
It's got Tesla AI, dude. You're fine.
Get these guys off the screen.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Safety hazard.
Bye.
All right.
Kenny,
take
are
some
you
calls.
ready? Oh, you're looking ready to chat.
We got Kenny leading it off.
Kenny.
¿Qué tal, amigo? Kenny.
What's up, y'all?
Super chats really quick because Jeremiah was clogging it up. But we want your reaction to these super chats too.
Yeah, dude, Kenny's doing the supers with us,
dude. All right. Do you want to read them? Do you want to read one of them?
I'm on my phone. I can barely see him,
Okay,
bro. But
I'll read them. I'll read them.
We'll read him, and then we'll go to
Rhombus with $5. Good riddance to Inter Miami. Goat? Question mark? More like goat shit.
Let's get
All right,
Inter
come on.
Messi. Inter
Messi. Give us a reaction there.
yeah, we got to sacrifice a goat. We already did it. We got Rothrock. I did want to say I saw the Spokane Velocity goal. That first goal was sick, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's go.
That was
You're a
sick.
real Ballard. You're a Ballard head though, right?
Anwar Pelaez.
Tacoma Stars, baby. Tacoma Stars. What you know?
Okay.
Tax
okay,
Stars.
okay.
Shout out Tax Stars.
We got more. Should we?
Can we hit the rest of these? Yeah, sorry.
Let's
All right.
just get
$10. Can't wait for Cincinnati or Tigres. Bring it one.
Yeah, let's see.
All
see
right,
who
$10.
earns the
Thank you
rights.
for that.
Bring it one, as in bring it one stadium.
Bring it to ONE Spokane
Literally, yeah,
Stadium.
yeah,
Who knows?
It's working.
No
Just
comment.
saying.
Just saying. Who do you want? Do you want Cincinnati or Tigres? I want Cincinnati because they look like trash.
I'll take either. I'll take either one.
Yeah,
That's how
we
I
can,
feel.
Yeah, we can beat
Give
them
me
both.
either. Give me either.
$5
We
for
got Pete Kingston.
time to refill those beers, boys. Do number 16 a flat stick now. We'll have to do that right after.
16.
I don't know what the number 16. Rothrock is fire. Miami coach on down. Miami coach on down, like on down.
On
roster,
down are
crybabies.
Oh, man.
They are, dude.
Can you imagine how rancid their vibes are tonight?
Oh my god, I wish I could be in that.
And how
locker room.
glorious our vibes. Oh god,
I
it's
wish I
just
could be in that locker room.
it's injected into my veins.
And final super chat here until you guys super chat more because we know you will. SFC goals this season: the Pauls 5, non-Pauls 4.
The Pauls,
I'm just saying,
Pauls
dude,
are carrying the team.
Pauls
The
are carrying
Pauls are
the team.
carrying the
Hey,
Pauls.
it's Paul Patrol.
Paul Patrol. Paul Patrol.
Patrol. Dude, we were singing
Straight
in the
up.
car. I was singing in the car. I was like, Pete Kingston's on fire. Your defense is terrified. But maybe it should just be like, the Pauls are on fire. Your Anyway, we'll let you cook.
Yeah.
Kenny, welcome to the stream. You cook. Fire
5-1,
away, dude.
5-1 aggregate, 2-1 in Spokane. What did you see? What did you think?
Fuck the white crap.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, up Spokane. Shout out to everybody who went to the game. I know people traveled. I know people locals showed up. Shout out to all the influencers up in the dry side, for sure. Snyder Brunel, first 30 minutes, best player on the field.
Easy.
All-star midfield, Cubas, Berhalter, Müller, couldn't touch him.
Couldn't touch him.
Isn't that crazy? Like how good he looked against that competition. Like,
19 in a couple days.
That's insane.
Cubas is literally. I don't know if people understand. Like that guy is, if not the best at that position in the
As
league,
good.
right now, like in the top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's
Easily.
him and Roldan,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Pretty
And
much.
Roldan, ever since Pochettino said it, like he has a little bit of everything, and he even said that he has a nastiness and like a sneakiness. I've kind of noticed him more. He's not dirty, but he is fucking chippy, bro. He'll log roll somebody who don't deserve it, give him an elbow out of bounds. He is, I mean, when you're 5'7" in CONCACAF, you kind of got to, but and Snyder Brunel, 11 of 19 on duels, every fucking where.
He's everywhere. He's
Everywhere.
everywhere.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Kalani outplayed Nuhu, and I'm the Nuhu guy.
Yeah, that's true. Nuhu didn't play the best, but he wasn't a disaster.
You know what I noticed, which that I wasn't expecting, is he knew who seemed to be the most like fan favorite. Like every time he
everyone in the
was,
stadium
Oh
was-
yeah, they started
Every time he
early
was
with the
on the ball, they were
choo-choo Nuhu train.
and every time he made like a good play on defense or made
Yeah.
a run, everyone went nuts.
Dude, he's
like,
big in the dry side.
Shout out Spokane.
He was kind of like the man of the hour. it felt
But
like.
he was taking these moments to look over at the bleachers, in particular in the east side, and he would throw up the hands and he'd be like, what's up?
Yeah.
Where is everybody?
Go.
He's a total
He's
showman.
so sick. I do love that about
Absolutely.
him.
Face of the club, face of the franchise. Build a statue.
Just sign him on a DP deal.
escalators.
Escalators FC. I want to cook a little bit more. Some of the negatives. I wasn't super comfortable. You guys already hit it. I wasn't super comfortable since the first goal. I mean, Nuhu might have been a little bit late to that, but then you got the ground service, the long ground service square, kind of like trickled through everybody. And we were struggling to get into it. They were kind of on top of us for maybe the middle 30 minutes, I would say.
I think so. Pretty
before
much
and after halftime. And I
think-
want to put the blame on Osaze and Albert. They were trying to play the same position, and Osaze was colliding into Ferreira and getting the ball picked off them from behind. But through all of that, I think you mentioned it, you see all the talent, you know. Sometimes he wants to go 1v3 by himself, you know, and some of the decision-making wasn't there, but you see the talent through it, like you said.
I mean, their plan was every time he gets on the ball, send 3 guys to jump on him and beat the shit out of him.
He seemed really frustrated.
Yeah. But
it got to him, I think.
I wish they, I guess, took advantage of all the attention Osaze was getting a little more, and just in general taking advantage of the situation better and kept the ball a little more and gotten. When you're playing a desperate opponent, you should have more chances than they did over that period of the game. I guess.
And they didn't really open up all the way until like the last 20 minutes after all the subs came in. They sort of opened up more. Like, look how few people are in the box on both of our goals. Even when Peter Kingston has some possession in the corner and he's able to turn his guy, skin his guy inside out and get a little bit of momentum into the end line.
Yeah. What do you think of the whole Pete thing? It feels like it kind of took to another level tonight.
I mean, these Tacoma Defiance guys are our lifeline at times. I mean, Rusnak misses his early chance, and he's the one who's been telling the team, you might only get one. And Spencer's like, oh, Rusnak, what a great saying. Rusnak, that's such a great thing to say. You only get one chance. Everybody listen to Albert. And then we see him fucking up people's chances in the last game, missing his chance in this one. And then, 24-year-old Pete Kingston comes on and saves the day, King Pete. So, I mean, I'm not trying to put the blame on Resnack. He was kind of, I don't want to say ghost-nack, but Areola was ghost-nack too.
Yeah, no. It's tough, because I was thinking about it too. I was like,
I don't remember that player.
Areola doesn't look as nearly like he did in Vancouver, but when you have that little of the ball, it's kind of hard for anyone to look good. Like, you need to be, for Paul Areola to be effective, you need to be feeding him down the flank, and you can't do that if you don't have the ball at all. Does anyone know the possession splits? I felt like it was like 90-10, dude. I swear.
I'm not sure.
It felt pretty one-sided at times. I know we had more XG, and it was 5-4 in their favor on shots on target. I don't remember possession. But
Sweet.
one time Nuhu beat 3 people up the flank, and then leaves it to Paul Areola, and then Paul Areola tries to find Osaze, and Osaze is not on the same page as him. And then there's a counter, and then I'm like, oh, now Nuhu's gonna, if we get scored on, Nuhu's gonna get blamed for being upfield, and it's just the. I don't know
if you caught the moment where I was talking about how Nuhu got really, really frustrated, specifically with Osaze.
Yeah. He was throwing his hands around.
He was, and I think that it's micro decisions in a fraction of a second in that thankless role as that 9 who's meant to just kind of put your ass to goal and get beat up on. And that's where I felt like Osaze, he looked a little rattled, he looked a little young. He looked a little naive, and there were moments where it's just kind of like the defenders are anticipating what you're doing, and they're that fraction of a second ahead of you, and it's killing any opportunity for link play, for springing a counter from an Areola or whoever, and that's what I felt like I saw.
Yeah. I honestly feel like Osaze might not work well with Rusnak at the moment. I think Ferreira could work really good with him at the 10 central because Ferreira loves to give and go. He loves to be the runner. He loves to run ahead of a center forward. If Osaze does want to come into the center attack, I just felt like Osaze and my friend Reese said this. Osaze and Rusnak was playing the same position at times. But I'm gonna hop up on out of here and let somebody else cook. Shout out to the dry side. Shout out to Lobbing Scorchers. Sign Peter Kingston.
Sign Pete.
Dude.
And let's go win another Concacaf Champions, baby.
Let's do it.
Super champs.
Thanks,
all right.
Kenny. Appreciate you.
All right. Tap in. We've got a live call-in.
Live call-in. Come cook. Sorry, everyone in the queue, but we got
to need real life. We promise we'll get to you.
IRL.
It's just
Let's get him in here.
All right. Start with an introduction.
Introduce yourself to the people.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Corwin, student at Gonzaga.
Let's go.
Section resident member of ECS in 113. Years going on now. Happy to be at the game, capitalizing off being a Gonzaga student.
Yeah.
Spontaneous little decision here, but no regrets.
Well,
it was
so
a
tell the
spectacular
people,
game.
people
you
about
were not actually planning on going to the game, and then you ended up pitch side. How did that happen?
No, yeah, exactly. So I figured I was checking the tickets when they came out, and college budget was not necessarily in the window. So I figured I'd come out to the pre-match event, and everyone was spectacular here. I met people traveling from the west and the east, a couple of guys driving from all the way out Montana, more than 5 hours.
Wow.
It was just great. And so I decided I walked out with everybody and then sat myself out at the box office. And when they said, you know, the limited amount of tickets they had, one of them was box side, and difference in money was negligent. So here we are. I said, screw it, let's send it. Went to the game and had a blast. It was a spectacular game to be able to watch pitch side. Great to be able to yap at Vancouver members and cheer on the boys on the defense and the back line.
What was the atmosphere like down there? What'd you think of how a Sounders game played at ONE Spokane Stadium?
It was actually amazing. I mean, I saw after the fact the attendance at Spokane was actually the record for the stadium. So nobody else has had more attendance in the stadium. The Sounders traveling just spectacularly for that. Everyone I sat back with was just amazing. Got to meet some new friends even. And then just being able to hear the ECS throughout the stadium was honestly impressive.
Yeah.
For just the amount of people who traveled. It was actually a great environment.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I loved seeing this. Did you have any game takes? Any players that stood out to you? Didn't stand out?
You know, I think the first thing I would say is credit to the back four, the back line for holding it back. The goal we conceded, I don't think was quite on a defensive error. It was more of Vancouver capitalized very well off of misplayed touch.
Yeah.
So,
it was great transition play.
You know, and Fry was there, full extension right there for the save. It was a shame that it went in.
Shot. It was an insane shot.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones for me where if it's like, remember the Marinchuk one in Atlanta last year? It's like, all right, well, if you're going to hit that, just hit that,
like if
whatever.
you're going to bam that, why not?
No, but I mean, outside of that goal, I think we parked the bus super well, depending on, you know, whatever space Vancouver was playing. And if they were in our half, you know, there's absolutely no space for them to play. If they're playing in space, we're holding it really well where they can't find any opportunities, any goal scoring opportunities. It was great. I think we played super well in the back.
Hell yeah. Well, Corwin, thanks for hopping on. We're gonna
working through this
our
chat
queue here. Benji, if you want to tap back in at any point, feel free. But let's get Tribe in here. Let's get
Yeah,
Tribe.
of course.
Dude, thank you
so much for having me.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
Go Sounders.
Thank
Go
you, man. Thank you for
Sounders.
the support.
Tribe.
Tribe, you're on stage, Tribe.
I was
Drive
literally about to tap in through my computer.
Okay,
You're
well
ta-
you can do that if you want.
Nah, it's chill. It'll take too much time. How you guys doing?
We're great,
living
Tribe. How
the
are
life,
you doing is
dude.
the question. 5-1 on aggregate over Vancouver Whitecaps. 2-1 victory in the second leg. Wasn't the most fun or prettiest game of all time.
No.
But let's see, what'd you think?
I was scared shitless after the first goal. I really, really was. I was pissed that Albert Rothrock missed the first easiest opportunity we've ever seen. He scores that like 9 times out of 10 when he's with us.
I was when he missed that, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Brigade is actually cooking these last 2 games.
I know. It was fucking hell, man. And I will tell you this. The next man up mentality is fucking real. It is absolutely real, man. With Antonio Lopez against San Jose and Kingston today, I mean, I'll be honest, this might be the most dangerous team because of the support we can lean back on with these youngsters coming up through the Defiance. Not only that, our support actually was incredible throughout the stadium. I heard it through the TV. It was absolutely incredible. It sounded like home, it looked like home, and it felt like home through the TV. But I'm a little bit concerned with our striker issue after what I've seen. Truthfully, Osaze, love him, great guy. He did not perform at all to the best of his abilities by any stretch of the imagination, and he did not look like the preseason Osaze that we were all drooling over and waiting to get our hands on in the season. Musovski did all right. The goal was great. I love a good goal, but I like to look at the overall play. The overall play sort of will allow you to get a better feel for what you should expect. I think Osaze definitely did not do. Sorry, I thought Musovski definitely did better than Osaze, but overall, I mean,
it feels like Osaze and Moose both had a chance to kind of stake their claim to being the top dog in that role, and neither of them have done it. And now it's just the Jordan Morris show, which we know that works. So I'm not like tripping about that, but it is just funny how there was kind of this whole idea that, you know, someone else is going to step up and take that role, and now he's just going to slide right back into it.
Yeah.
I mean, dare I say, how long is Jordan Morris really going to be able to play in a match for after all of these injuries? He isn't really a 90-minute player, is he?
Well, we'll see what happens.
This one didn't seem like it was such a serious injury, considering the length of time he was out.
I get why you feel like that, because it feels like he can't get back onto the field right now without getting injured again. But I'm not going to go into it this time like manifesting that. You know, we have seen him play a lot without getting hurt too. I know people forget that, but I'm giving it the chance. I'm giving it the chance. And you have to. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but again, I say just put fucking Paul Rothrock up top and see what happens. Honestly, at this point, man.
Now I could see Paul at the 9. He did score against the Barca boys at the 9.
He's incredible
tonight.
Do you have a Inter Miami take? I feel like you have all.
You want to revel in the Inter Miami crashing out?
Oh boys, I am so glad you asked. Oh my god. So let me get started with this. 30 million plus spent in 3 years for what? A Leagues Cup to get knocked out of MLS Cup in the first round against Atlanta and be embarrassed, and to be a great team. Not necessarily. What?
Brad Guzan, 45-year-old Brad Guzan owns that team.
He was 45?
No, I think he was 39 or something.
Oh, okay. No, but you do that just to get knocked out first round. And then you win an MLS Cup, great. You're supposed to be the next LA Galaxy of the early 2000s, aren't you, with that kind of money? It hasn't happened. Then you lose to the Seattle Sounders, who are playing their fucking B team, by the way. All credit to the kids. But they're not supposed to lose that game at all, let alone 3-0. And now you get knocked out by fucking... Who did get knocked out by? Nashville?
Yeah.
Christian Espinoza. MLS lifer Christian Espinoza owns them.
It is so funny that happens.
Reed Baker Whiting has more wins against Miami than just about anyone.
I just feel like some of this content sometimes is like just tailored to Lobbing Scorchers.
Like, it happened before we even left Flagstick Pub for the stadium.
We were we were streaming live and we were watching for the reactions.
And
of the people
the whole bar was cheering.
No, I heard.
Yeah.
I was watching the stream. They were going crazy, man. No, it is the funniest thing Concacaf has ever seen. And it would have been even funnier if LAFC got knocked out. They had a bit of a scare. That would have made it even better and perfect. But Inter Miami, man, what the fuck are we doing? How much have you spent? You have Regulon. You have one of the best. Well, I won't say now, but in history, one of the better left backs to replace Jordi Alba. You have the Concacaf Rui Diaz.
Yeah, exactly. They
signed. You have
He doesn't have a goal yet. How is that possible?
He's like Olivier Giroud, man. He's like the most underperforming striker since I don't know striker that's that bad, but I guess Freddie Lundberg for the Sounders was very underperforming. I know he wasn't a striker, but he's a big sign that should have done better.
Keep talking.
I got you. I love what Paul Rothrock has done. Paul Rothrock, I know why you guys are always so positive. You are fully the conductors of the fucking Paul Rothrock train. And
We've been saying it the whole time.
I think you guys were right, man. I don't know how he does it. I don't look at him and see like this outrageously 100. He just makes it work somehow, and no one knows why. He's just fucking good.
It's called heart and effort.
It's called vibes.
And
dude.
vibes
It's
and aura.
vibes.
Heart, effort, vibes, aura. The Paul Rothrock story.
Wait,
He is locked into the pod as well, though. He's locked in. I've seen the comments he's made on your show. He loves you guys.
Dude, the fact he watched the car stream is fucking frying
He knew
me,
about
dude.
the car
stream.
Oh my
The
God.
fucking Ari oligarch rant car stream is just
at the
flying,
A&W drive-through.
Like, he got this shit? Do they have this shit popped up on the bus right now? They're driving back to Seattle.
Hey, boys.
Like, hey boys.
Good stuff tonight. Good stuff
match.
tonight, guys.
Pete, you better be vlogging this.
Pete, vlog this. We're going to be campaigning for the
better be
signing. Good job,
vlogging
Pete.
this.
Tribe, give us one last take.
I got you.
And then we'll get we got Caleb, Max, Hunch, and then Nat and Max.
Yeah,
we got a double. All right,
we've got another live in person call in.
Oh, let's go.
All right. Well, last thing I want to say, we have to be one of the favorites now to lift the trophy. LAFC has not been performing very well against quite frankly, all due respect, a very inferior team. They got a big scare. Cincinnati has gotten lucky. They haven't looked good at all, obviously, and we're gonna.
They're done, dude.
Exactly. We're gonna take them out 5-0 or some shit. It's gonna be great.
By Tigres, so
yeah.
The only thing I'm really worried about is Club America, and I'm not even that worried about them, honestly.
They're fighting for their lives against the Philly Union in this round.
Yeah, that's
literally the worst team in MLS.
The worst team in MLS, easily.
But all I want to say is we are probably top two, probably second favorite underneath LAFC to win the title, and I'm very, very excited. And I will see you guys on the regular season pod.
Hell
see
yeah.
you soon, Tribe.
Appreciate you, Tribe.
Bye.
100%.
All right, IRL Colin, can you give us the intro? Introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, I'm Jerry, ECS member and Alliance Council.
It's Jerry. Okay, I didn't
know
recognize
it
you with
was
the hat.
Jerry?
No, I just got the hat.
It's I don't have the beard. I'm doing the weird
You looked
goatee
it, to
thing
be
right
fair.
now.
You looked
Yeah.
you looked different.
Famous poster. You're famous for posting.
Famous poster.
Yes,
Famous poster.
and 16 fan of the year.
And 16 fan of the year. Royalty in our midst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah,
take
take it.
Take that. What did you think? ONE Spokane Stadium, historic event. Sounders take a 2-1 win in leg 2, 5-1 on aggregate. What did you think of the game, but also just the whole scene out here in Spokane?
So this is my first time out here. The stadium, honestly, great. It's a jacked up Starfire.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
By all intents and purposes, it was phenomenal. It was a unique atmosphere for ECS because we were on the far end of the stadium in that little bootlegged bleachers thing, and I'm like, you had about 5 feet in between the front net and the back net. Couldn't wave a flag for a damn, but we did it.
Yeah.
That brings
sounded
me
good.
It brought me back to like old school Starfire days in the beer garden, the end zone where you could just rush up to the
Marcus Hanneman.
Marcus Hanneman. Yeah, the stadium is great. This atmosphere was phenomenal. Coming in here, this is also my first time at this Flagstick.
Yeah.
Used to work on the west side. And this is a bonkers version of it.
It's
and
crazy in here.
walking in pregame, that many people.
Nuts. Yeah, we were trying to do our show, and it was like popping.
Brad Evans is over here. There's just like
Kudos to Sammy the Sounder. Sammy the Sounder went around to every single table and said hi to everybody, anybody who wanted to do a photo op or whatever. This was a very impressive showing over here on this side.
Yeah, I'm impressed by everyone. Like the ECS support sounded incredible. Getting the stadium going. I mean, that's always you never know what's going to happen when you're
It was
at a different stadium.
It was inadvertently the brick wall that we had behind us bounced everything off, and we didn't have drum stands.
Yeah.
So it was just ricocheting off everything. And I had people on the other end of the stadium. They're like, "Yeah, that's loud."
It was loud.
Is the smoke banned from Lumen? Is that correct? And then did you guys bring that out tonight because you could, or what was the?
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see
nothing. Was?
Am I the only one who saw the smoke?
No,
it was coming from the.
It's a no comment. There's a no comment.
I heard something, but I didn't see anything.
Okay,
so,
got it.
Yeah. This is a no comment, Ari.
I think it was someone outside of the section.
Yeah, I think they were outside of the stadium because it's all open.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I didn't even see that at all. Never mind.
Yeah, Concacaf, you didn't see shit. Concacaf, you're not watching this stream. You're not going to worry about the video that we may or may not have taken inside the stadium, even though we're technically not allowed to do that. Don't worry about it.
The Concacaf oligarchs, they're not watching.
They're not watching.
No. They're not watching.
They're not real grinders.
What about the game itself? 2-1, absorbing a lot of pressure, but getting the job done. Okay, this is what I've been asking people. How are you feeling when they scored the first goal?
I was okay with it, knowing full well that we were ahead 3-0.
Yeah.
A goal is given. It's gonna happen. They started a much better team than they did last week, and so they came into it with a purpose.
Yeah.
One goal, and it was a little bit fluky to me, but it's also our team's first time playing on that field. You can chalk it up to that. You can chalk it up to
not calling the foul on Osaze.
Yeah. A couple of fouls weren't called whatsoever, but again, and this is a not so often occurrence for ECS, being that close where you can literally yell at someone and they can hear every last word.
Yeah.
And that just kind of fed everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of people were pretty darn mental today. And it was
raucous in there. It was like when that yellow card came out for simulation on the dive.
That was like one of the loudest.
AZ Jackson. I was like, oh, I could feel the energy in that stadium. It was incredible.
I'll say it because we've been giving the refs a hard time for the last couple weeks. I liked this ref.
I liked O'Shea Nation. He did all right.
He did great.
I actively liked him. He's a let him play ref. You get kind of both ends of that, like the let him play or I call everything guys. He was a let him play guy. But I've seen CONCACAF refs give that pen so many times, and it's so annoying because AZ Jackson knows what he's doing there. They're trying to poach one, and he went for it. And the fact that he not only didn't give him the PK, but also gave him the yellow.
Yeah, that
was like,
tight.
You're not doing that again, because if you do, you're getting sent off. I love that. Thank you.
Couldn't agree more.
That's my ref take. Jerry, anything else on the game that you wanted to cook on, or shout outs you wanted to give? A lot of good performances tonight.
There, honestly, Peter Kingston, great job.
Yeah.
Between him and Tino from last week, kudos to the entire Tacoma Defiance pipeline. I think the majority of players on our first team right now have come through the Defiance,
like 10 of 18
at
or
some point, and which, as long as we've been around, Defiance isn't that old.
No.
Or S2 for us OGs.
What do you guys know about S2 Andy Craven? Huh? What do you know?
The Donut King.
The Donut King. What do you know?
You are one of the only people on planet Earth who just immediately gets that. But
I get bits and pieces of memories from those.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's kudos to Wade Weber, his scouting, absolute Seattle legend, as much as Schmetzer is.
Yeah.
To see the kids actually, not the kids, but the younger group getting time to play and actually being able to just go out there and have fun. It seems like everybody's having fun, and it's not, we're playing soccer. They're actually just enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to reiterate, I want to give Schmetz credit for that again. There are a lot of coaches who know Pete could be playing for a lot of coaches where there's nothing he could do in training that would get them to give him minutes. They would never do it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing he could do to earn it. But Schmetz has his criteria where if you do what is asked of you and you apply yourself and you earn it, he will play you. He will literally put you in a CONCACAF Champions Cup round of 16 game with the
against
series
Thomas Müller.
on the line against Thomas Müller if you earn it, and not every coach operates like that. So we should appreciate that.
And kudos to Cody Baker, because
Cody Bakes.
he's having an absolute year and showing up now that the opportunity is there for him.
Yeah.
And I think arguably he's going to have like that breakout year.
That's
I'm here for it. I love Cody
someone wrote
Bakes.
a Sounder at Heart article saying that. I think like that it could be like the year of
Cody
Bakes
Baker.
Yeah. So
Let's do it.
that's a good shout. Well, Jerry,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you for popping on.
Thank
I
you.
saw you and I was like, you better hop on the mic,
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
Anytime. I'll get credit about this later from ECS, but it's
Oh,
okay.
so
No,
chat
listen.
was telling us to say Jerry doesn't know. I didn't know if that was.
That is Hercules Gomez throwback to when he
word?
signed.
Shout out to
Hercules came in to fuel to watch Mexico, USA, and then S2. Again, throwback.
Yeah.
Was playing all in the same day. He needed a spot to watch everything.
Yeah.
Came in, I was sitting at the bar with his jersey on 2 days after he signed.
That's so funny.
Took a photo behind me, posted it, don't tell anybody. And it became like a new meme for the next month.
That is a hilarious story. I'd never heard.
Jerry
That.
doesn't
That's
know,
honestly
guys.
that's Herc knows content. You know,
He
yeah.
became
he actually
the best podcaster.
He knows his way
He
around
became
social.
the all-time content grinder
Yeah.
to come out of this club. So,
Yeah.
well, Jerry, thanks again for hopping on, man.
Absolutely.
We'll catch you
Big shout
soon.
out to ECS.
Shout
You
out
guys,
to Jerry.
Yeah,
Shout
good
out
job,
to
ECS.
You guys killed it.
Hell
You
of a
guys killed it.
shift.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jerry.
All right, we have got.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. We have got Caleb, Hunch, and then Nat and Max in the queue, and then no one after that. We probably can't stay here all that much longer, but if you guys do want to tap in for the late night here, we can probably take a couple more past that.
Yep. All right.
But
We're adding Caleb in.
let's get Caleb in.
Caleb.
We got the drum set, Caleb. We see the De La Vega kit, and he has got the Pete's shout out.
The Pete
Let's go,
Slammers, dude.
Let's go. Sign him. Sign the man.
Sign him. Who else do we got?
What is it?
Tino.
Tino.
Let's go, Caleb. My go. What else?
And we have way more for so
let's-
many Grand Sounders this year. We have the Dodson.
Hassani.
Okay.
We have the Cosarienzi.
Let's go.
KKR. My
KKR.
go. They're all my goats.
We have the Gomez.
Okay.
Let's go.
Deep cut.
We have the Sailors.
Ryan.
We have the goal scorer for tonight,
Moose.
Shout out Moose.
Shout out.
John Musovski. We have our Grand U22.
Petkovic.
Petkovic.
We haven't even talked about
We
him
haven't even
tonight.
talked about his shot. It looked so good.
Almost scored.
Yeah.
And we have also a Grand Legend,
De Rosario.
De Rosario. And then we have a center back that will be returning to us very soon. Mr. Kim.
Oh,
Kim Key. There
Shout
we
out
go.
Kim.
There we go. He will be back soon.
And then we have, I'm going to save these for okay, let's see what the, okay, yes, we also have these of our other siding, Mr. Sukanome, Coleman Lions.
Yu Sukanome. There we go.
And
yeah.
we have Sukanome. And then we have our other kid, we have our Canadian goalkeeper, Mr. Anker.
Max Anchor.
Max
he
X.
did. He made a bunch of saves in the PK shootout in the last Defiance game. It was actually sick. He went
Okay.
crazy.
All right. Max Anchor stock on the up.
And then we have also, we got these for Jackson Reagan.
Another
Center back.
one that shout out. We didn't shout out yet, but another monstrous effort.
He had a good, yeah.
And we have the Hawkins, the Hawkins pair. And and one more, I think, one more for the GOAT that we trust me, because all of this is the remaining roster of all of the remaining Sounders that need sticks, and these will be given to our beloved Sounders this year. We have also our what you said earlier about our U22.
Snyder B, dude, sign him to the U22. Caleb, do you have any takes? Do you have any game takes?
Well, like I said, I'll be quick because I know you guys got to get to more, to everybody else, because trust me, there's more people that are important than I am. But Albert missed something very special, so technically that goes to a point to the brigade. You have to give the brigade its flowers.
Listen, we'll admit it.
The brigade I can't lie. The brigade's kind of hot right now.
The brigade it's hot right now.
I'm not a member.
I mean, as then, you're talking. Well, I guess you guys called me the vice president of the brigade, so I am calling you out. But getting scored on, that's going to happen. But we still say Schmetzer resilience. The Schmetzer resilience still lives on. My final take is that I am still waiting for Lobbing Scorchers to unfollow me off of Instagram. I mean, to actually unblock me off of Instagram. That's my third take.
I don't know what's that.
We didn't block you,
Caleb. If you're blocked, we'll unblock you.
Unblock you. Here, look. See, we'll get you on the phone right now.
If you got blocked, it was accidental. I would not have blocked. Did you block him? I didn't.
No, I don't. We have quite a few people who help manage our Instagram, so you never know. What's your? Is it your same username? Sticks STIC
STICKZ 360 Sticks 360.
We're gonna. Look, I'm gonna investigate this, dude. I'm investigating this. Sorry, this fucking Wi-Fi is terrible in here. Anyway, in the meantime,
but again, the cohesion and the Sounders' resilience lives on, and especially with this man returning, coming back into our midst. If you see this great number 10 right here, that is the holding. Of our essence. But let us not forget that this is the month of our other former number 10 GOAT's birthday month. So let us not forget the grand birthday month of the great Nicolas Lodero, the great GOAT, the Sounder GOAT that has actually won the Concacaf Champions League. And so let's shout outs to our Lord and Savior Nico. But again, great game, great atmosphere. This is what Sounders are about. I really hope we have more tours, more things for the community, because this is what the community needs, especially in a time with what we need, with what we're going with this country, with separation, desperation, and despair. These things can literally bring out a change, spark a change, and especially with the democracy that we have in our sports. So I will end that. God bless America and the Seattle Sounders. Fuck Spokane Velocity and fuck the West Seattle Junction. I am going to be at the Bushes this year in June. You will see me this year against the Portland Bangers. Come by and do not be scared. Come by if you're not scared, because my baby, she's going to be here. And trust me, she will make the grandest noise that you will ever hear this year. I promise you that. So
shout out Caleb.
Thank you.
Thanks, Caleb.
Have a good night, Caleb. Incredible, dude. One of our best callers.
Always cooks. Let's get Hunch and then Nat and Max, and then we'll probably call it a night.
Yeah, Hunch, welcome to the stream.
Hunch, you are on the show.
Hello, boys.
Hunch didn't call in on the last one. That was kind of
cowardly for that.
That was kind of cowardly, Hunch. But
I was in Las Vegas, dudes.
Okay, well that's.
You couldn't. I couldn't gamble on the game. Don't gamble.
I didn't watch it until Monday. No, we watched it. God, I don't even remember. We watched it at the night in the hotel with beers, so I don't remember. But sorry, I couldn't call in.
That's good way. That's a good way to watch it. Hunch, 5-1 on aggregate over the Vancouver Whitecaps. Did you expect that, or are you caught off guard by how lopsided that ended up being?
So, a couple metas here. One, love the fact you guys are doing the show. Two, it's midnight on a weekday and y'all are rocking it. Can't tell you how much I love this. I cannot.
We're real,
right? It's so valuable. It's so good for. And Caleb pointed it out. Which, can I say, after now a year and a half, I'm honored to follow Caleb. Like, I've been on two sides of the coin with him. I'm all in Team Caleb. I love the dude. I want him here, and like, it's just fantastic. But love that you guys are here too.
Caleb's crucial to this whole podcast. Yeah. Frankly,
now he brings it. That dude brings it, and he's not afraid.
Never.
5-1. Did not expect that. But let's flip a coin here for a second. Imagine JMO and Pedro available to this team.
I was just thinking when Caleb was showing the De La Vega jersey, I was like, wow, we haven't even considered the implications of that. And, you know, Noah is skeptical that he'll ever stay healthy. But, like, if he comes back healthy and looks like he did in Leagues Cup last year,
I don't believe it. But, if that happens, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad.
That's icing and icing from where I'm sitting at right now. Yeah. We've got our cake. We've got the icing. If that happens, double down.
When you got the Pauls, do you even need a DP? Apparently not.
Wait,
I'm buying, man.
He spent $200 on a ticket.
Noah's about to go buy Corwin a beer, so I'll be running the ship here. But what else did you Hunch?
Well, shout out to the Spokane guy. I don't remember his name. I was just watching the pregame because I was late to that too, so I was watching the pregame stream.
Benji Wade, Spokane Soccer Show. Everyone, go toss him a follow. Show him.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, and I mean, we need to bump everything we can about him. He's got it down, and we need to support them, and vice versa. Like, totally loving that, and great guest. And if we can have him on in the future, especially if things evolve, like they're playing here, they're playing, you know, he gets engaged with them. Let's do it. Like, dude's a rock star.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna start with something that you're gonna love.
Please.
But we need to think about like where you were versus where you are, and I don't think that's come down at any. Stu Hawk. No, not Stu Hawk. Snyder Brunel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You have been all gas, no brakes on him since last year, and I've been like, hey, let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. I'm going to consent to this.
Now you're gassed.
No, I am happy to shift from first to second gear here.
Okay.
And let's see if we can maintain a cruising speed. But if the velocity is what it is, shout out Spokane, we can see him easily get to third, fourth, maybe fifth gear. And absolutely, U22 is deserved, especially if you use that. So, like, he had a hell of a game.
What did you like about what you saw from Snyder?
Oh, it's a key thing that this team lacks in position for position rushes, player for player. And its ability in possession to take players on and win in not even duels, to win and maintain possession while advancing the ball without passing. And at times he was taking on 2 and 3 players. Not to mention, should have gotten a yellow for persistent infringement on him. I think that dude suffered 6, 7, 8 fouls.
Yeah, and him drawing that many fouls is no accident. That is a skill. And we were talking about earlier how I credit Nico Ladero, honestly, with how good everyone on this team seems to be at that. But Snyder and Obed got really good at that. And Snyder is apparently now really good at that. Like, that's not a random thing. That's an actual skill and a component of your game.
Well, the thing is he's not. Nico would invite pressure and take the foul at the first pressure. Snyder is out there trying to bully past you, and if you insist, he ends up getting fouled. But he was not the feather, and this is not meant to be a derogatory term, the featherweight that Nico was when it came to being fouled. Meaning that, like, he would try and possess and hold up. Now that I'm thinking about it too, also there was that high boot against Christian that was a kick to his face against, I think it was Cubas. That was nonsensical.
Yeah, there wasn't. I felt like there could have been a card of the yellow variety on that one.
Well, it was above the shoulder. I know you guys just saw it live. If you watch the replay, dangerous play. Anyway, Purnell, I'm in on it. Like, let's get him signed up.
Hunch is in. He
Let's
was
go.
pumping the brakes last year.
was
Now
doing
he's
a
said
pump. He's
second
No,
year.
it wasn't a brake pumping. It was let's measure our expectations.
You're doing the
not
thing that I do with
overpressure.
Georgie. You're doing the thing that I do with Georgie. This guy's different. I'm telling you.
Well, both his ceiling and his floor continues to rise, and let's let him let's let him do that. But yeah, he's right there. The other thing I'll say this: if Paul has a year like last year and like he's trending Rothrock this year, we're gonna hear from Europe about him before the season's out.
Well, he had calls. He had calls from the championship, and he turned them down because he wants to play here.
That's fair.
They might be, you know, if someone comes in with a huge bag, you know, things can change. Things can change.
And if he has
here's what I'll say about that. Like, even if, regardless of whether it happens, I'm fully there of like, he is good enough. Like he is fully that quality of player. And I think that's become kind of reinforced this year because now he's got the stats to actually back up what we think the ability is. Whereas before it was like, the stats are fine. They're not incredible, but he's scrappy. He's a dog. He plays with all this energy. Now he's scoring a goal a game. So like, now we're seeing kind of, I think, the next evolution.
Is he the leading goal scorer for us right now across all comps?
He is.
For this season? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And he has been a sub in half of those matches?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. And he's probably in second or third on assists.
He has, I think he might only have one assist, but
did you see the celly he hit though?
What did he do? I don't know if I did.
He went like this.
Oh yeah, he did the night. That was awesome.
Fry almost had his second best save of his career. He got his hands on it.
He's been going nasty mode.
He's kind of
nasty.
He's kind of making a statement.
Yeah,
he's like
I just think he needs downtime. He just needs recoup time, and this works for him.
This is perfect for him.
I think you're into something with that. Yeah, he looks rejuvenated.
Yeah. Well, again, he's a little bit older. It just takes time to recover from that. And if he can focus and not grind like in your youth, that's what happens. You just grind. I make it work, and at a high level, I can make it work all the time. That's you guys, 100%. Osaze, I think he's gotten too used to being the biggest guy in the field and naturally bodying people. What I saw was people inflicting mass upon him, despite him having the ability, and he is absorbing rather than delivering.
And he's
got
not
so bodied off.
He is so. That's a good point. He is so used to being able to dish that out. And these guys, this is the best team in the league. They've got guys who dish that out, and their whole thing was, we're going to dish that on him tonight. And I think it threw him off. Yeah.
He needs to inflict and not absorb. It's almost like a linebacker in the NFL kind of situation. You don't wait for the running back to come through the middle and hit you. You want to deliver the hit to him and make him think about you arriving to his position, not the other way around. And Osaze
would send like 2-3 guys. They would send like 2-3 guys at him to mug him, and that was just tough.
But it was first contact even before the ball got there, and he would just go down. Like it's almost like he wasn't expectant of that. A defender of equal or maybe even lesser size to like inflict upon him, and he needs to be the director here. He needs to drive the narrative. He doesn't need to be the recipient. And if he can establish himself in that way and look for that contact, and you saw this in Bruins' second half of his career, he's like, no more. I am dictating this. You react to me. That's what Osaze needs to establish. And it's coming with time and youth and experience. Like, I am still big on him. Jesus Ferreira, great game, ran out of gas. You saw when we had legs on the right side, what happened when we had Tacoma guy. Why can't I remember his name?
Tacoma guy.
You talking about Pete?
No, it's not Tacoma. Kingston, not Tacoma. Yeah. Ballard. Too many teams.
Shout out UW.
Shout out.
You have a lot smaller Hunch. I'm sorry. I'm forcing you to rap, but keep cooking on this, and then we got live caller. Close her down.
Yeah. Okay. All good. Looking forward to it. I give a crap about CCC.
For not calling in last time. This is your punishment.
Yeah, no more going.
Okay, fair. It's once a year, man. Once a year. All right, guys. Well, thanks for having me. I'm proud for Christian. Glad for Moose, who looks still lethal and dangerous. on to the next round. And man, I can't wait to get some of the stuff back, but we need to sign a few contracts here, especially with Brunel to the 22.
Yes.
Get him on the 22.
Get him on the 22. Thank you, Hunch.
Thank you, Hunch.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Bye. IRL call.
Hi guys.
Introduce yourself.
My name's Jaya. Big Sounders fan.
Massive.
Massive.
Former Lobbing Scorchers interviewee.
This is true. It's me from Zoom, live and in person.
Yes.
Except also on your computer still.
Did you remember?
Oh wow!
That was me.
Okay, now God, so many dots are getting connected tonight. I was like,
That's
didn't
okay.
recognize Jerry at first. I'm
That's okay,
locked in.
'cause
I'm locked in.
I didn't
Yeah.
actually. You weren't there
Yeah.
for that, so it's all good.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
you were not there. You
It was-
literally were not
you
there.
were
That was
actually
the
not
one
there,
you were
so don't
gone
worry.
for. Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
okay.
How was the game?
It was incredible. I loved it. We were right behind the benches, which was insane. We got to see Schmetzer live in action,
Brian
talking. We saw
coaching.
him punch the roof of the
Yeah,
the
he
bench.
did.
It was
He gets
awesome.
He
spicy.
roof punched.
Yeah.
What do you remember? Like what point in the game that was?
Do you remember when that was?
You need to
I
get it.
don't.
Come on, sit down.
Come
You're
here.
also.
This is
Scoot. You can grab
This is
that
my-
chair. Scoot it in.
Scoot it in.
Yeah.
Scoot it in.
We don't have a fourth mic, but you
We'll
you
share.
guys can share.
We'll
share
I
the
won't
mic.
say much.
Yeah.
we'll share.
Hi, I'm Tula.
We have season tickets together.
We
Yeah.
have now upped the Lobbing Scorchers gender diversity by
Yes.
like
Yeah, we actually
10,000%.
we have a name.
Working on this. We're Eternal Blue Forever Girls.
Oh, if you are interested in launching a podcast, let me know.
Oh, we have
We'll
got
get you on the
things to
network.
say.
We'll get
Okay,
you on the
perfect.
network.
Yeah.
So roof punch.
Roof punch.
Yeah.
What was going on there?
I don't actually remember. I feel like nothing serious really was happening.
Yeah.
He was just heated.
He was just
I think-
crashing
It was near
out.
the end.
It gets emotional
yeah.
out there. Yeah. I can
Yeah.
relate.
Sure.
What was going through your mind when they scored the first goal? That's what I've been asking people because that was when it kind of became like this. Oh, they're up 3-0. This is a good time, and then they scored, and it's like, like was that going through your head or when Vancouver scored?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I ducked behind her shoulder and couldn't watch,
Oh.
which is a classic when we go to games. But yeah, I was terrified. But you were, I think, a little bit more confident than me that we would pull through at first. at least.
There's just no way they were gonna score 4 on us.
No.
Oh,
No.
exactly.
Never.
Yeah,
No.
I wasn't afraid of
It's
that.
a good. I
wasn't
knew
happy.
that, but like I don't know. I'm like a worst case scenario
It's
type of
still
guy.
scary, but
Yeah.
yeah. There's
Ari
no way.
loves. He's like, dude, you can't say anything or you're gonna jinx it, bro.
I
You're
kind
gonna
of
jinx
agree.
it.
That's me.
Okay, so why do you? Like, this is an aside, but why do you believe in the jinx?
It's not
because it's like I'm just gonna say shit. It's like it's up to the players on the
We
field.
were
They
just
don't.
having this
They don't know
conversation.
me. I mean, they do know me, but they don't know. They don't.
For me, it's like if I make a bold and arrogant prediction and then the opposite result happens, then it's my fault, and
Yeah,
I can't live with
absolutely.
that.
I will
Okay.
Exactly.
myself,
I have
yeah.
like lucky socks that I wear if we really need to win a
Wow.
game. And if I don't wear them,
We used to wear matching necklaces to
matching
games.
necklaces.
Would
Do you have a
actually
rain
make us-
friendship bracelet though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we need to
Wait,
up
I
our
have a
game.
few of those. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll get on that.
You need that. Did you get one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
If you better put it on.
I don't have it on, but I do have
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry, we're not friends. Cool. Exposed light on camera.
Drama.
Yeah. What Spokane? You guys.
Spokane.
What were your Spokane thoughts?
Of the city.
Sure, all of it.
The city and the soccer game.
Yeah.
The
Soccer
Sounders
game.
game.
I loved being that close to the field.
Fans could have been a little more rowdy.
Yeah, we were kind of
Okay.
carrying.
Spokane is very
Our section.
polite.
They were a little polite.
Yeah.
What were your best? Were you the getting on players or like? Were you like Tommy Mule? You're trash.
We were booing
22
from the
Anytime
White
he touched the
House.
AZ
ball,
Jackson.
Did you hear everybody?
AZ,
Yes.
he
Jackson.
got the yellow for simulation.
We
yeah.
started booing him every time he touched the ball, and
Yeah,
that
that was
really
us.
caught on like wildfire.
Wow.
That was us.
We're in the presence of celebrities right now.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Spokane celebrities.
You know,
Pretty much.
AZ Jackson is a character.
I get what he was doing. Like
He was trying to
you
sell.
need 3
bro.
goals, you got to sell it.
What
Like,
if I just threw my body into the box and saw what happened?
It was
Exactly.
one of the most
Hoping for
shameless
the best.
dives I've ever seen. And when he did it, I was like, they're gonna give him that too.
I did
That's
think
messed
they
up.
were
We were surprised
That yellow
that he
made
got a
me
yellow.
so
Yeah, I
happy.
was like,
That wasn't that,
That was
like
the
the
loudest
loudest it
the
was
stadium
all
was.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was up with that? Who were your men of the match?
We were talking about this.
Yeah, we
Over
were debating.
pancakes.
We thought that Rothrock and Reagan both did very well.
The Reagan shout.
I'm glad you said Reagan
We
because
love Reagan.
we hadn't talked about him on the shout outs at all. And like once again, every time there's a cross that goes into the box, I'm like, that's not gonna work.
Good luck, dude.
Nothing
Good
get
luck.
past
Yeah, that's
Reagan.
not. You can send that in there as much as you want, but it's not going anywhere but right back out of there. So
Exactly.
Correct. What about Rothrock?
We were saying that they needed to put him in for.
Well, you were right there. You could have
Yes.
just told
Oh,
Brian.
we were telling him.
You were telling him.
I think he heard us.
I mean, that's probably why he
Yeah.
went in the
We were
game.
going.
I said the exact same thing in the first half when they were like under pressure a lot. I was like, this needs
This is a
Rothrock.
Rothrock.
Needs Paul Rothrock.
That you just gotta put him in, and that's gonna solve everything. And then it kind of did, but so did Pete. So
Yes.
Yeah, what was your Pete Kingston?
Pete
UW
I was
Legends?
so proud. I was screaming, "Go Dogs!" Throwing up a little of these.
Shout out.
Absolutely.
Shout out UW.
He is kind of the best story ever.
Yes.
it reminds me of Rothrock.
He is kind of like the Rothrock-esque, but even better story. Like, cause he's like a rags to riches story. Like he was kind of beat up in the
He's
Sounders
more
wanted
doubted.
to sign him.
He's more doubted than
but
Rothrock.
they were like, I think you just need to go to college. And then he goes to college and he's like not really that big of a deal. And he goes and plays at Ballard and he's really good at Ballard. And then they're like, Sounders like, oh well, we'll take a flyer on you. And then little do you know, Pete Kingston with 2 assists against Thomas Müller and the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Incredible.
We've been waiting for it.
Pete assists
We've
tonight
been
too.
big
Thomas Müller
fans.
assists tonight.
Yeah.
Did he assist on the one?
I don't know.
0. I'm gonna give him 0.
Fuck Thomas
0
Müller.
assists for Thomas
Exactly.
Müller.
Yeah.
2 assists for Pete. That was crazy.
Any final thoughts? Anything?
Go Sounders.
Go Sounders. Go Dogs. Shout out Kalani. Also incredible
KKR.
game. I thought.
Yeah. The dogs are
The
kind of
Dogs-
bringing it because I mean Christian
Perennial
dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, yes, the original.
The original.
dog.
Me in the crowd, perhaps.
You in the yeah. You were barking up a storm
I
at Brian
was,
Schmetzer.
Yeah.
In Gonzaga territory. That's
Yep. They
That's
can't
how it
scare
goes.
me.
and now
deep behind enemy lines for the dogs.
yeah, I know. You
Yeah.
be careful. Be careful out there.
I know.
Never know what's gonna happen. But
I'm scared.
ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Plug,
having
Yeah,
plug the
thanks
pod.
for
Plug the pod.
hopping on.
Eternal Blue Forever Girls. Maybe it'll exist.
It's gonna
I mean,
start.
at one
Once it
point,
exists,
maybe.
it's
Now we have to because we said we
It's gonna go
we
crazy
kinda-
when
we
it
hard launched
exists.
that.
You just hard launched
You
on
just
Lobbing
launched.
Scorchers to 145 people at
Oh my
12:30
God.
in the morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, okay, we'll make it happen. We'll make it
Yeah.
happen. Get ready.
Get ready.
It'll be like this, but with girls.
Listen,
And if
let us
that's
know if you
something
need
you're-
podcasting
Is that something
equipment.
that people want?
Yeah.
Come on in. We got you.
Perfect. Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Thank you
joining.
for tapping in.
Thanks for joining. All right. Yeah, you're
Uh,
good.
We only got one more.
Take this call for me.
All right, I got you. We got Nat and Max on the
Matt,
stage.
Max, I love you. I saw you both. I love you both.
It's pitch ass dark.
Yo!
I see him. I think I see him. Matt,
Yeah, we're here. We're driving back.
hell yeah! You're not driving yourself, are you?
I'm not driving.
Okay, let's
Max,
go.
Max is driving. I'm holding the phone. Max,
Well, what's up? It's Max, marketing manager at Ballard FC. And I just got to say real quickly, if there's not a contract waiting for Peter Kingston when he gets home, they should sue Craig Wable for malpractice because that's just ridiculous.
Sign Pete. Okay, you're marketing manager of Ballard FC. I got to ask you, did you be honest? Did you think MLS player when you saw Pete? Does it surprise you at all, or is he kind of surpassed what you thought he could do? Because when I look at it, I'm like, if I'm being real, there's no way I saw this from Pete. There's just not. There's no way.
So I've been working for the team since 2022, since our inaugural game, and Pete has kind of always been like our boy. Like when we came into that first season, we knew Pete was gonna like be crucial for us from game one, and so I always was honestly kind of confused seeing how much he would star for us, and then go back to Seattle U where he was before he was at UW, and they would waste, in my opinion, him at the 6. And I'm like, that's just not where he should be, not where he should shine. And then he would go and play on the wings with us and cook USL2 guys who are going to play. Like, you got to remember, like, the Northwest Division has had Duncan McGuire. It's had, we played against Logan Farrington in the playoffs multiple times. Like, we've been playing against these MLS guys. Stas Korzeniowski, who plays at Philadelphia Union right now, played for about, like, right? And amongst all those guys, I always felt like Peter was shining above those guys. And so, like, to me, I always saw the talent that I'm not sure the NCAA coaches were seeing in the same way. But yeah, I thought it was shocking that it took so long for him to get a Defiance contract after the UW season was over. Like, I thought they should have snapped him up right away.
I didn't know he was a winger like that. This guy was out there out wide dishing in dimes to Danny Musovski, making runs in behind. I was like, Pete, I was not familiar with this.
Yeah, so in 2022 and 2023, he was kind of exclusively a winger for Ballard FC. And like he scored the game-winning goal for Ballard FC to win the national final. Thrillin' Tequila at Starfire. Like, he played on the wings for that one. But then he wanted to prove, and I think he's done it, that he's positionally versatile. And so in 2024, he starts playing in midfield for Ballard FC. Then he plays in midfield with UW. And that's kind of where he's been for the Defiance. That's where he was against San Jose over the weekend. And so, yeah, he's just proven that he can play in multiple spots. And that's a very Sounders thing. I mean, look at Roldan. Both Roldans, actually. And if he can do that, he can prove that he belongs there. But yeah, like I was just so happy to see, truthfully, I came out to work for Ballard FC from Ohio, so I'm not even like a huge Sounders fan. I'm actually a Crew fan. But coming out here to see like a guy that I've been day one since like first day in Seattle, like seeing Peter just finally make it. In 2023, we did like a whole movie about him like trying to go pro. And 3 years later, it's like really coming to fruition. And I just think that's amazing.
It is amazing. He made it happen. Like, to make that happen, you got to have, it's not even as much about talent or ability at that point. It's about like passion and drive and dedication and just like not being denied. That's the only way you can do what Pete's doing right now. So it's kind of like, tonight was the first night where I was like, all right, Pete is real. This is real. This is happening. Like, I think this is actually a thing. Even up until tonight, I was like, how long is this dude actually going to be on the team? But now I'm like, he needs to be on the team. He came in the game and he changed the game. 2 assists. What are we talking about? Like, that's impact. That's what we're talking about.
Like him skinning the guy on the right, then floating up across the back post to have like the striker head it down. Like, I have seen him do that with Stas as the striker, or Alex Mejia, former Ballard FC striker. Like, I've seen him do that time after time again. And to see that it like actually translated at a Concacaf Champions Cup level against one of the better teams in MLS, that's just like, that's just so beautiful to see. And yeah,
that's what it's all about, honestly. Like, from a Ballard FC perspective, you guys have got to be cloud nining on not even just Pete, but like a lot of the talent that's coming out of the team right now. So it's amazing stuff you all are doing.
Yeah.
Let's get Nat, get in here. What did you think? How are you feeling after 5-1 aggregate on the Whitecaps? I mean, come on.
Very happy for Peter Kingston. Snyder Brunel, best player on the field today. He was absolutely incredible. Snyder Brunel was so good. We were seated right in front of where Ozaze was fouled right before Vancouver scored. We thought that the goal could have been overturned for a foul. Ozaze was fouled.
Okay, all right. See, that makes me feel better about the whole thing, because I thought so too. But then, I couldn't tell. I was way up in the box, so I had no idea if it actually. But I thought that was a foul. I mean, they were every time he had the ball, they were sending 4 guys at him to beat the shit out of him. It was like, it was just like watching a guy get jumped. Like,
Yeah,
pretty much
Osaze was getting kicked a lot. It wasn't Osaze's greatest game today, but he's still good. And like listening to what y'all were saying earlier about like Musovski and right now, like we do not like even with Morris coming back, and I love Morris. I would defend Morris. We do not need to rush Morris coming back. It is working with De Rosario and Musovski. Do not rush Morris. We are fine. We are scoring goals. We don't need to rush another DP coming back. We can win with one DP on the field.
Yeah.
So we're fine.
I mean, I talked about like joking that it would be malpractice for Craig to not sign Peter. It is insane that the Sounders have flopped on 2 out of 3 DP signings, and they're still objectively a top 3 MLS team.
Who needs DPs? Who needs DPs? As you all can find your DPs and actually have them play. You don't have to do that out here.
Yeah, again, I'll give a quick Columbus perspective on this. The only time Columbus is good is when all 3 DPs have been home runs, and that's the case for nearly every other MLS team. Like you have to hit on all 3 DPs to be a good team usually. Yet the Sounders are 1 for 3, 33 fucking %, and they are still one of the best MLS teams. It's insane.
I think of it as a bit at this point. It's like everyone else has to have the hits on all 3 DPs to be good, but one on the field at any given time, and it just doesn't matter. It's kind of crazy. Shout out Tacoma Defiance. Shout out Ballard FC. That's probably the biggest reason why they're able to do that.
100%. So and it's crazy. We're having all this success with Tacoma Defiance, and then the Tacoma Defiance is like not ever at the top. Like, I mean, and it's because we call up all our best players, but the Tacoma Defiance, they haven't actually been like at the top of Next Pro for a while now, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, they're like kind of results wise not doing too well to start this year, but like it's more more about individual development in Next Pro, and clearly that's hitting. So who am I to question?
Yeah.
Before we go, shout out Noah. Go Bucks. We are going to destroy the Horned Frogs tomorrow. Shout out Noah.
Shout out Noah. Okay, I don't even know what you're shouting him out for, but
go Ohio State in March Madness tomorrow.
Wait, okay, do the shout out again because I didn't know what you were talking about. Max, do the shout out again.
Noah, go Bucks. We're going to destroy the Horned Frogs in March Madness tomorrow. The first time I saw Noah was at an Ohio State UW football game, and he was wearing scarlet. I was like, why is the Lobbing Scorchers guy wearing scarlet? But, whatever. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you boys for tapping in. Safe travels the rest of your journey home, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye,
Have a good night, y'all.
Bye, Matt.
All right.
We're wrapped.
That is
cooked,
everyone
dude.
in the queue. We are wrapped. We are cooked. We went 2 hours, so we're going to call it right there. Incredible stuff, folks. Incredible stuff.
We're getting a round of applause.
5-1
behind us. You
aggregate
can't
live.
even see it.
Look at all this audience out here. This
is
shout out
incredible.
to the fans.
Wow.
Thank you all for tuning into all the content today. It was honestly, it's been a marathon, but it was honestly incredible. Shout out to Flagstick for letting us grind our content here for like 6 hours out of the day.
Dude, they're fully closed right now.
They are fully closed, and we are closing it down.
Yep.
So shout out to them. Shout out to ONE Spokane Stadium.
Shout out to Ari. He's so cute.
Shout out to me. That's all the shout outs.
Okay, bye.
Love y'all.
Bye,
Peace.
guys.